Question, yeah. Have you sent a nut video before?
No, I've never. I knew you were gonna. I knew. My brain was like. My brain said, "Girls have said they like nut videos." And then
You know,
I've never said one.
We've gotten too close to doing this.
My brain literally said, "Girls have said they like nut videos," and he said, "Question, yeah." I've never sent a nut video. No, I've never like. No, never. Of course. Who am I talking to?
I didn't say anything. Wait.
I just said,
I'm trying to change. If I ever took a loss, charge it to the game. When we see guys, we don't send any MC. I put them in the grave.
Good on all fronts now.
it's great to be doing the podcast that we quit. So we said we're no longer doing. It's great to be doing it regularly again.
Did you get what I mean?
So we're not gonna be here. We're done, but here we are, weekly. But well, this is the road to the end. We couldn't just leave abruptly. We gotta leave properly,
You know,
with good manners. So
you know, my mom gave me manners when growing up.
That's
she
it.
raised me with manners.
we have to cook something up before we can leave for the people to show us love, and we gotta show love back and just
I will say,
enjoy that. Yeah.
I will say, I'm actually excited to be here.
Yeah. Why?
And because you know what? The reception that we received from the podcast it makes my feel warm and tingly inside. You get me?
Yeah,
what I mean?
last week I was like, rah.
These
These ones missed us, you know.
No, but it makes me want to keep doing this thing.
Yeah. So that, I say it, validation. But it makes you want to.
Exactly. Did you get what I'm saying? No, man. Thanks for everyone listening. Shout out to you guys.
Shout out to you guys. Comment,
make
like,
sure
and subscribe.
You know, like that. What's called? This podcast is brought to you by Vision Lab and that.
Shout out Ron and Bexley. Yeah. This podcast actually is brought to you by them. This last couple of episodes,
Trust me, because without them, you might wouldn't have.
this podcast is actually brought to you. Shout out Ron and Beckley.
Yeah, man. If you man need studio space, make sure you come Vision Lab. We used to have a code charger
25. It was started at 25.
Oh, we were giving niggas 25%
No,
off.
it's nice stores, you know.
Right.
And then they said, yeah, we left. So
Yo,
back now.
maybe. Charger 25. We'll confirm that later.
I said to give us a discount because nobody's using it. Well, shout out anyways. We're here. We are charged to the game.
Bang, bang.
We are the podcast with the highest level of analysis the culture needs. I'm Daddy J, but you mans can call me Jordan, and I'm here with...
You know, it's your girl's favorite voice, Big Deji nigga with the Midas touch.
Come on, Dej. Let's talk about you, because you were away.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Usually when I come away, I come back with like the whole story breakdown of what blah, 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 blah. But now it's your turn, because I honestly think this is the first time you've gone away for like a week since we've recorded for, let's say, 2 years.
Yeah.
I think you did one small trip before.
I've done a bunch of small trips.
Yeah, but I think this is the first time I think in the 2 years that we've been here that I've like you were away for a week, and usually, do you know what I like? Usually would have felt the pressure to like have an episode out the other week, but this time we're like, no.
Yeah, because
we're just gonna release what we have.
Usually would record double.
Yeah.
Make sure it's fuck that.
You know what? We're not here. Leave us alone.
You know what I'm saying? It's the podcast we quit.
There's no pressure to record for you guys every week. Well, how was your trip, man?
It was cool. Like it was a proper like relaxing trip. Like so, obviously I went to LA, and it was one of my boys' birthday, so we went to go stay out there for a week. It wasn't like a wild trip or anything.
Yeah.
It was proper calm vibes, just trying all the shit. I will say, couple takeaways. Americans aren't real.
Yeah.
There are legit
Fake people.
They are legit NPCs that live. For those that don't know, non-playable characters.
Yeah, in LA,
bro.
Yeah, everywhere.
So, what's called? So we went to Hollywood. Yeah. Mm-hmm. First things first. Yeah, actually, we'll go here. We'll spin off. We'll come back.
You take over.
Okay. So first things first. Yeah. Have you ever seen something that has been very like advertised loads and it's like a attraction? Have you ever been and it's lived up to what you thought it was going to be? Because I haven't.
Oh, that's a good question. Maybe the swings in Bali.
Okay.
That was like, all right, this actually looks like what I thought it was gonna look like.
Because I saw the Eiffel Tower. Cool. It's there.
Yeah.
Did you get it? Cool.
Yeah.
I saw the Mona Lisa. That is the most disappointing thing I've ever
never seen the Mona Lisa.
Oh my God, bro. So I went to the Louvre, right?
Yeah.
And there are some amazing paintings out there.
Okay.
And then it's like this big. It's fucking tiny.
Why is it so iconic?
I don't know. Because there's so many things better than that.
Marketing is so good, man.
Bro, there's so many things in there better than that.
Yeah.
It was just underwhelming.
Okay.
So the Walk of Fame.
It's just junkies.
Bro.
And homeless people everywhere.
Bro.
On the Walk of Fame.
Bro, so we whip the car, we park, and we hop out. As soon as we hop out, we bust the car. The first thing we see is a crackhead doing push-ups.
Because when you're a girl, I was texting you. I say, yeah, it is. LA is. It's like it's overhyped for what you experience.
Bro, first Bob the corner, and one woman is just banging push-ups.
It's a woman.
It was a woman as well, just banging push-ups. Say okay. Then we pop the corner again. The smell of piss slaps you in the face.
Los Angeles is dirty. Because we stayed, I think I've been twice, but when I went with Simi, because I went with the Yuban, I went with Simi. When I went with Simi, we stayed like 10 minutes out walk from the Walk of Fame. So we were told we were staying in like in a nice area, because if the Walk of Fame is 10 minutes out, we must be there.
No. So what's the corner now? And I'm just looking. It's so disappointing. It's not, niggas are just walking over it. You know, niggas are pissing around it. It's so fucking disappointing.
It's so underwhelming.
It's so underwhelming. And it's fucking long.
Yeah.
And that bitch is hot.
But did you see any names? Because you went in like summertime as well.
Apparently they were having a heat wave as well, so that bitch was hot.
Yeah.
I saw like Will Smith. I saw bare names in it. But it's just like, then I see Bugs Bunny, all these anime. Do you know how pissed off I'd be if I was a legit nigga like that wrote all this kind of shit, and then Bugs Bunny and fucking, I can't remember which of the cartoon characters were on the floor. But anyways, that happened now. So we're gonna go do the whole, the tour, go see all the famous people's houses, go to the LA sign,
yes.
and we go to the Hollywood sign and all that. So we're negotiating with this guy because it's slow season, innit? So we go from like $250 for all of us. We bring him down to like, no, it was like 300 or something like that for all of us. We bring him down to like 190 or whatever. Man said, yo, it's going to be two other people on the bus, so it's basically going to be a private tour. We said, cool. We said, wait 30 minutes. We said, cool. We go do our own business. We come back. We just see niggas getting in the bus. What do you mean? He's like, yeah, look, you guys have two rows there. You be calm. Also, the niggas that I'm with at this point, it's now not about the tour or the money. It's not about the principle. You told us one thing. It wasn't even like oh, look, it's kind of slow. Some more people came. We just wanted to fit everybody. It should have probably been cool. It wasn't. it wasn't that thing. This guy, oh my god,
he's just trying to maximize his money.
Bro, this guy was so rude. He's like, well, you have two options. We'll give you this. Bro, I'm with some crazy niggas. You can't be doing this. We end up there for like 40 minutes just arguing. And this is where I say LA is not a real place. Bro, this woman is on the side of the road. We're arguing with these guys for like 40 minutes. This woman is dancing. Just dancing. This white woman is just... Bro,
how do you even keep cool? You're just looking at them like, bro, wow, what's even going on?
For like 40 minutes straight, this woman is just cutting shapes on the side of the street. And then also, so like, I can't remember exactly what this guy said, but like there was a couple of them, and like niggas are getting agitated now. Like people are getting angry because this guy's being rude. Like even squared up to one of the boys or whatever. So like they're getting angry now.
You guys want to fight in America when niggas carry guns? hey,
no, you guys.
Me, I'll concede so quick because these niggas carry guns and things just escalate like this.
It was one of those, bro. At this point, I got to the point where I was just over it because the guys were like, okay, if you guys wait 30 minutes. We'll give you a private tour. But now the niggas I'm with, I'm like, they're like, it's not even about that anymore. Like,
you told us one thing.
You told us one thing, and when we called you out on it, you were rude about it. You just give us our money back. At first, the guy was like, we're not giving you money back. We don't do refunds, whatever. We called another guy that works with them, and then it just starts going mad, whatever. So then
also, and this time, what about the other people that got on the bus? Are they just waiting there?
They were waiting at first, and then they just drove. The driver just drove off. But so the guy was on the phone, like the colleagues was on the phone to the boss because they were on the phone to the boss at one point, and he gets on the phone and he was like, Waleed, the situation is what fucking word did he use? It's like the situation is repairable. Give them a refund now. These niggas are crazy. So, anyways, get our refund now. Didn't end up doing the tour or whatever. Apart from that, it was just like...
Did you walk to the Hollywood sign as well?
No.
Did you do that trek?
No. Bro, I told you it was fucking hot.
We did that treks. I did it with Simi. Like, going up, you're like, whoa, this is... And then you get there, you're looking at it from afar, you're like, God, this is all overrated, man. That's one thing I'll say about LA.
I saw it.
Yeah, you can see it from where you are.
Yeah, I saw it from that road. Distance, it was there, like,
you can see it from that road.
What's called bare cyber trucks. They're so ugly. I don't know why people like them.
The Cybertrucks.
Yeah, they're so dead. They're so dead. What else?
Did you go to Venice Beach or Santa Monica Pier?
Yeah, went to Santa Monica Pier. Went to
Did you
Venice
get bikes?
Beach. Nah, we got there kind of late. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh, okay.
But
I think that was actually the one thing when we got the bikes and we did the bikes through Santa Monica, or I think it was Venice Beach, one of the other shop. We got the bikes and we went through there. That was the one time I was like, all right, this is actually kind of cool.
So we were on the pier now, yeah. And there was this guy in the Elmo costume and holding up a sign that says, "Need money for weed."
Americans are fake.
Bro, no. So the guy's holding this sign that says, "Need money for weed," yeah. And we give him a little something because it's like, fuck it, why not? And then some guys pull up and they pull out the biggest jar of weed I've ever seen. And he's like, you want some? I got you. He's like, I can't take it. Now we're looking at him like,
what's the money for?
You don't have to do all of this. he's giving you what you want.
Nah, Americans. Well, your first time in the US, wasn't it?
Yeah. Apart from that, tried In-N-Out Burger ass.
Yeah, overrated as well. I tried that as well.
Chick-fil-A is actually alright.
Chick-fil-A is alright. Did you do that breakfast place? What's it called? IHOP.
Mid.
Yeah. But bigger portions are good though.
You know what?
And everything comes with pancakes.
Oh, I went to Benihana's. You know where they make it in front of you?
Yeah.
Absolute ass.
What did you enjoy about that?
Bro, it was so mid. Bro, no, because where I knew shit got fucked up was man slapped a raw chicken breast on the what's it, the hot top or whatever it's called, didn't it?
Yeah.
Let it cook a bit, sliced it, and just salt and pepper. I knew we were going downhill from there.
So they said, sorry, brother, you gonna season that or what's going on over here?
Bro,
what's going on?
That was me. The only thing that was genuinely really nice was Dave's hot chicken.
Okay.
That slapped. But apart from that, everything else was like, even though I'm not even gonna lie, the portions weren't even crazy. The only thing that was very crazy to me were the size of the drinks.
Yeah.
You could go to like fucking 7-Eleven and get a drink this fucking size. Who needs a drink that size?
Yeah.
And then the fucking trucks are massive.
Yeah.
And their highway system is weird. Them niggas drive wild as well. Bro, because obviously they have like the 5 lanes.
The 5 lanes,
I saw someone just go.
Yeah. I don't know if it was in the LA, but when we were driving around, there was like one lane for just carpooling. And it says carpool lane. I was like,
we were banging that.
And he was just like, there's 4 of us in this car. I'm like, is that how it works?
As long as there's 2 or more people in the car, you're good.
Yeah, I was like, is that how it works? No, I've done it. But then you said you'd probably do it differently next time because this time it was just more of the lads.
Yeah, it was more relaxed. We didn't really, we went out once. We went to go see, what's his name, Lloyd.
He was around.
Yeah, because we weren't staying in LA.
All these niggas,
we were staying in like an hour away because my friend's mom lives in one nice area, like an hour away.
Yeah. So
we drive into LA a lot of the time. But so he was just in a place near it.
Yeah.
He was like 10 minutes from the house. We went there. Nigga performed 3 songs and left.
Yeah, he did.
Hey, 3 bangers. I will say that.
Did he do you?
No, what songs he did? He did Lay Your Head Down, which is my favorite Lloyd song. He did I can't remember anymore.
Yeah, it's mad that if you have in music, if you have 3 good songs, you can live off those songs.
Facts.
Especially in your cities, you can just live off those songs.
Especially in somewhere like America where there's so much.
Yeah.
But I will say all the baddies work at the airport.
Okay. That's one thing, yeah. I found the quality of women when I went there, because obviously you saw Hollywood and TV and everything.
I thought it was gonna be crazy.
The first time I went, I was severely underwhelmed by the talent. I was like, come on,
bro. When I tell you, the most amount of lengthings I saw in one place were all working at the airport.
Yeah.
And I was just like,
and then they want to say there's nobody's in Ireland,
bro.
over there.
Pound for pound,
yep.
Area for area. I'm not gonna lie.
Population percentage for population percentage.
If we're talking about percentage, I think London has it. Because I just be in London just minding my... Okay.
I agree with that. Like obviously we growing up watching MTV, American TV shows. So you have a perception of this is what they look like. And then you're there, you're just kind of like...
Bro,
you know what? Right?
People telling me... Right, just walk into this random place and there's a baddie behind it. Bruv, I'm walking, there's none. I'm searching.
Did you do nightlife? Oh, you said you went to see Lloyd.
That was, and even the nightlife, there's 1 or 2 cuties. It wasn't anything crazy.
Yeah.
But I feel like when I go next time, it's gonna be more of a we're going out. We're doing.
Okay.
But also the other thing is I'm there for a week now, yeah. And obviously I don't know anybody, I don't know anything. Do you get what I'm saying? So I'm chatting to as many people as I can, like, yo, I'm here for a week. What do you recommend me doing? Everybody.
Yeah, LA is
go
just
to the beach?
Yeah. If you go to Santa Monica, Venice,
Bro, the beach is fucking boring, bro. Because I'm not getting in the sea because I'm not a bastard. I'm not trying to lose my life, so I'm not getting in the sea. So the sea, like the beach to me, after a couple minutes, it gets really fucking boring.
I think LA right now, I think it's just for the influencers.
Yeah,
Like I think it's people that go there because I'm with you. I was very underwhelmed by LA because I've done it twice. We did road trip San Francisco all the way down to LA. It took a couple of days. Well, I think the neighboring town, we stayed in Long Beach where Snoop is from actually, and we were driving into LA a few times. But when we were doing it, it was places like Santa Monica, Santa Cruz, and those places were like more enjoyable because they're like nice little niche places and you easy to get around and find things. But Los Angeles itself, maybe because I went there with like an idea of what will be, and it does not match up to that at all. Simi hated it. Simi was just anxious all the whole time because, especially that Hollywood Walk, there's just crackheads everywhere. So she's just on edge that someone's gonna try something in America because they're not real people.
What's called went to Rodeo Drive. Pretty, like it looks nice.
Yeah, we went there. Yeah.
Like, it looks nice.
90210.
But it's just like, do you know what I mean? Like, honestly, that long ass flight, bro, because that was my first like long flight. I think the most I've done before that is like maybe like a 4 hours. So to go from like 4 hours to a
have you not
10
done
hour,
Dubai?
No, I haven't been to Dubai.
Okay,
Yet. Yeah, so like it was like 10 hours, 20 minutes or some shit like that, bro. I was texting you.
Yeah.
I bought internet for the flight because I'm like, I'm on here for 10 hours. I'm gonna buy fucking internet. It's 20 quid for the whole flight.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, do you get what I'm saying? So I watched the match, watched United lose to Liverpool, pissed me off.
Oh, okay.
Edited the pod, watched the movie, and there was still 4 hours left. Bro, I almost lost my fucking mind. I didn't sleep a wink either.
Oh, okay.
I couldn't sleep.
I always get at least see, even if when you sleep, you can't sleep properly. Like I get like an hour and a half, and then the whole rest of the time, like the days when I went with you, it actually worked out because you do 5 hours to New Jersey, you get off the plane for 2 hours for your layover, you come, you walk around, you get food, and you get another flight for 5 hours, and then we got to San Francisco. So when they broke it down, it didn't feel
that's
as
not crazy.
bad because you also got 2 hours to kind of be around and get out again, and you slept. When I went with Simi, we went like 11 hours at a time, no stop, just straight. That one felt like hell. Bro, like you're sleeping, you're waking up, you're watching a movie, you're still seeing like 4 hours left. You're like, how do people do this? How? So like next time if I'm going West Coast of America, I'm gonna go East Coast first, like Philly, New York, whatever. Even chill there when we went to Mexico, it was gonna be one of those flights, like 16, 17 hour day. We stopped in New York for a night. And after we stopped in New York the next day, then we flew to Mexico for 4 hours. Because it was at least, rather than just doing 17 hours straight with the layovers and everything, it was going to be 17 hours straight of traveling. We said, and it was actually cheaper to stop in New York, get a hotel, and then fly into Cancun the next day. So,
but
those flights they're not my faves.
Those long flights are not the one. Also, when's the last time you got into? Have you ever been abroad and gotten into an incident?
Never ever. When we went with our friend Chris, like he was our friend Christian at the time. This was a white boy from Kulak. He was up for
the smoke.
He was trying to move to one girl, and her boyfriend was trying to get her, and he was trying to tell this boy to wait, and this guy was looking at him. I had to explain to the guy, sorry, I'm not from here. This is like a Colombian girl and a Colombian boyfriend. This was in San Diego at the time. So he's trying to move to this Colombian girl, and her boyfriend is there, and the boyfriend and he's trying to stiff arm the boyfriend. He says, "Who's this guy?" I was like, because he was also doing how it's called a Hoover, some of the Hoover, but that was the closest I've gotten. Other than that, no, I don't even try to put myself in a situation where it could escalate, because especially in those countries, I don't know. I have a rule against as an adult, anyways. Fighting as an adult, I don't know what training people know, and in those countries, I don't know what people carry. Like I don't know what they have on them, and everybody's one bad day away to be like, fuck this nigga. The ego's too fragile.
I will say, from the outside looking in, I think the gun thing looks a lot worse from our side than actually being there. Because, I don't see anything crazy.
Yeah,
then again, I was there for a week and I was in some nice parts.
In LA, in California in general, New York, the gun laws are a bit stricter. But if you went to Harris, when we stayed in the Airbnb in Long Beach, there was another tenant at the back house that was from Phoenix. And she says, literally, if you walk and you go to the petrol station, there's bikers there. Everybody has guns. Like in Phoenix and Arizona, and having a gun's like, you go keys, phone, gun.
Yeah.
It's part of their check. So it depends on also the state that you go to. And she looked at it. I looked at her. I was like, "What do you have guns?" She looked at me. She's like, she actually paused for like 30 seconds. She says, "The question they'll ask you is, why not? Because they can't why don't you have guns? It's like having your keys on you. Yeah, so they just carry the gun. So I guess in California,
but you know what it is?
It's stricter.
It just makes things escalate so quickly.
Yeah.
Like you go the threat of violence. I think that's the biggest difference. The threat of violence in America is so large.
Yeah.
That is like here, if we get into a violent altercation here, I might leave harmed.
Yeah.
The chances I die, what are the real chances I die?
Even then, someone probably jump in and stop you. It's like, it's very rare that someone, like we hear in the news, a fight broke out and something bad happened.
Yeah, God forbid someone said, stay right here. I'm gone, bro. I'm gone.
Back then, they could come back with anything. They say, yeah? I'll see you when I'm back. I say, yeah, dead that. But
got something charged.
Oh, yes.
Charge to the game quick.
Go on. What are
you ever have those like intrusive thoughts of like, imagine if this just happened?
Yes.
One of those happened to me.
Oh Jesus.
I was walking in town, yeah. And you always like your AirPods always in, because my AirPods fall out every now and then, do you get what I'm saying? And sometimes I was like, imagine if it just fell into that drain.
I was thinking about that when I'm parking my phone. I'm like, when there's a drain there, I'm like, I'm not gonna park there because imagine my phone just falls into that drain. Bro. Every single time I'm like, I'm just gonna park and put up there.
I was just like,
it was one of those moments where it looks like it's in slow motion. You're looking at it like,
you know when it bounces, bah, bah, bah.
Yeah, like in a movie, like when you're watching Disney. In Disney, I'm like, grab it, man. For ages. Just go shit. I got it.
Yeah, but my AirPod fell in the fucking drain, bro.
Oh, I gotta charge that. Yes. Yeah. Speaking of California and the West Coast, so this week it got announced that the boy from the West Coast is gonna be hosting doing the Super Bowl party.
Yeah.
Obviously, this sparked a lot of reaction. My initial reaction was like, "Oh shit, Kendrick's doing the Super Bowl. That's cool." Then I find out where the Super Bowl is being hosted. Then they're saying, "Oh, it's actually being hosted in New Orleans." And my immediate reaction was like, "If it's New Orleans, they should have given it to Wayne because it's such an iconic New Orleans cash money, blah 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 blah." But then people are saying Wayne's performance. I'm starting seeing videos pop up of his performances recently, and then they're questioning his catalog for that kind of stage and all this. But what do you make of this? Because then obviously
Wayne's got catalog though. Yeah, like because Wayne can whip out the Bruno Mars, him and Bruno Mars.
Oh yeah, Out of Love. Yeah.
What else can Wayne whip out?
He has to do Emily and Lollipop.
100%.
Yeah, no, so those, and it's only 10 minutes set, 10-15 minutes set. So that's what.
Yeah, but I hear what they're saying though.
Yeah, do you have a catalog for that stage?
You do Bedrock.
With bring out Young Money, yeah.
Fam, if you want to bring out Drake, that's a whole. Because if you do the model.
Okay. Yeah, no, because he does have features that he could actually he could whip out.
What's called Mrs.
Officer, yeah. Especially for New Orleans, I think obviously the stage, this town would understand. The people in the arena would be like, yeah, they will understand. But also at the same point, it's like last year they gave it to Usher, and because he was having that residency moment, like he was doing the residency, he was grinding everybody's girl. He kind of he was having the musical moment of the year last year. So it was like, oh, he's hot right now. Let's give it to that guy. So they looked at it this year. To be fair, I'm not mad at Kendrick doing it because I feel like it's hard to say who's had a better musical year in any genre this year. Maybe Taylor Swift has, but I'm not really looking at Taylor Swift's corner. Yeah. But I'm looking at it as like, yeah, you capitalize off the momentum he's having right now. He has a track of the year, and I will say
he can't perform that though.
Why not?
You're talking about niggas being a pedophile at the Super Bowl.
But the Amazon, they'll give him. Amazon gave him money to do that 5 times. Do you think
that's different? That's very different.
I think he can. Apart from certified lover boy, certified. What can't he say? Hey Drake, I heard you like you're young. But what if
a minor?
What if he doesn't say it and the crowd says it for him?
Think about the crowd that's in there.
It's New Orleans.
The Super Bowl.
It's New Orleans.
It doesn't matter. It's the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I think everybody knows that song this year.
Yeah, but I'm not saying. Is that song palatable for national TV over what 50 million people watching, and most of the people that are going to be in the stadium are usually older white gentlemen.
All right, so rap music, yeah, there's a lot of cursing, N-words, effing, blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
Rappers have done it before
hear that.
with their musical catalog. So this is like they say mean things and dirty things within rap. We saw 50 Cent, Snoop Dogg, whose whole brand is like smoking weed and fucking bitches.
Oh, Snoop Dogg has adverts with Martha Stewart. Snoop Dogg is not in the same.
Dr. Dre.
Eminem is white.
Yeah.
Dr. Dre is a producer, so he can reach from so many different things.
I don't know why they definitely give it to him based on that song.
Yeah,
so if they give it to him based on that song, I don't know why he couldn't be able to perform that song. What the hell is happening?
What's called the other way? Oh. Yeah, I think it's that way. No.
That's it. Sorry.
Yeah. I just feel like, okay, like when we talk about rappers, yeah, it's just been the whole thing.
Yeah.
When we talk about rappers, yeah, I think what rapper has actually done the Super Bowl?
Rappers at the Super Bowl.
What's called pull your wire around.
I've taken off, don't I?
Yeah, just do that. It's calm.
Yeah, 2 seconds. Let's take this off.
Anyways, while he's doing that, make sure you like, share, subscribe. The 21st of September, Afro Gala. I'm gonna be hosting with Demi from Get the Gist. Also, shout out to Get the Gist girls. Every time they just keep doing something fucking amazing, and it's incredible to see. Bro, this guy is really struggling right now.
It's
Bro, spin the whole thing on the thing, bruv. Jordan.
No.
Jordan.
2 seconds.
Other way.
Yeah, no, because it's not coming out now.
You know what? I should just keep quiet and just let this be a nice little compilation for us to watch Jordan's fail.
Oh my.
But yeah, nah, man. Get the Gist girls are doing amazing things. But yeah, me and Demi, 21st September, we're going to be hosting the Afro Gala for £5 Entertainment. The ticket link will be in the bio. What else is popping?
I don't think anything else is really popping.
Yeah, I think that's really it, to be fair.
Yeah, but the end of the year rush is going to happen. Black and Irish are going to come out soon with their awards, so...
But yeah, so I just feel like, yeah...
So you think they gave him their show, let's be real, based on that track? Let's be real. And then they're not going to let him perform the track that they're going to give based on
I think it's based on his resurgence of energy from that track.
Yeah.
Like, but I don't think that track is playable in that sphere.
Why not?
It's not coded enough like a what's called, like a Weekend talking about cocaine. Weekend talking about cocaine sounds mad poetic. This doesn't. This sounds very, I know we dance to it and everything, yeah, but it's very, very, bro, you're talking about the nigga being a pedophile and you're not even hiding it. Like, and then you're telling him that, oh, you're a colonizer. Like, I just don't feel like that's the stage for that song.
But I actually don't even think I agree, because for me, there's, like you're saying, content matter within every genre can be wild. Like
100%.
They've had rappers on there before that have rapped about mad things, like that 2 years ago. Or was it 2-3 years ago where they had 50 Cent?
50 Cent did In the Club.
Okay, they 50 Cent, Dr. Dre, who was also allegedly
but
all
like,
that stuff.
Their personas have been scrubbed so nicely. Like it doesn't matter anymore.
I'll be shocked if he doesn't do Not Like Us.
Okay, what does Kendrick do? Kendrick does
Loyalty.
Loyalty.
Me with that bullshit. The one on the King Panther.
Yeah. What's called? Yeah, I know that one. He does swimming pools.
He does swimming pools. It's only 5 songs. Hopefully, it starts with Euphoria. Them superpowers get neutralized. 15 minutes. You only need, because people are saying, "Oh, does he have the Main Street catalog for that?" And I'm like, on a 10-minute set, yeah, anybody really? Because I know Usher try to squeeze in like as many songs as possible, but on a 10-minute set, he could do swimming pool. Can he do Mask Off? Fucking Mask On. He's on that. He's on the remix of that song.
What, Mask Off?
Yeah.
Don't you dare do Mask Off. Nobody gives a fuck about your
and
remix.
He can do. I think he has to do Not Like Us. I think I don't know if I don't know how he got the gig based on the year he's having, and the year he's having really, as good as Euphoria is, it was Not Like Us that won him the battle.
No, the thing is, I understand why he got it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just look at the Super Bowl And I think there's certain people you're not going to see on the Super Bowl. Do you get what I mean? And for that reason, those people that you're not going to see on the Super Bowl, the reason you're not going to see them on the Super Bowl, Not Like Us encompasses all of that.
Like who?
You're not seeing a Thug on the Super Bowl.
Like who? Like Future?
You're not seeing Young Thug on the Super Bowl. You're not seeing Future. You're not seeing Future at the Super Bowl. You're not seeing
I could
Future.
see Future at the Atlanta Super Bowl.
I'm not gonna lie. Fucked her in the Gucci
yeah, you don't have to sing that one. But even if you did, I just smash your chick in some Gucci flip flop. But he can do. He's not gonna do it, but he can. I can see Future doing an Atlanta one. I definitely
not a fucking chance,
I can
bro.
see Future doing an Atlanta.
Not a
If it was in
chance.
Atlanta, they could give it to Future.
Future.
Yeah, the Future.
She belongs to the streets.
Future said, "I'm on that good course."
Bro,
Why can't you do Life is Good?
What?
Working on the weekend like usual.
Okay, what song?
No, but there's all from the other songs I can't think of right now.
Future's too much of a nigga to do the Super Bowl, man.
But
that's like saying you want the game to come to the future.
Initially, I would agree. But that's why they got Jay-Z and Rock Nation in there picking the people.
Even then, I still feel like it's very, very select. Like, Usher is a legacy act.
Yeah.
Usher's legacy.
I
right?
understand.
50, Snoop, Mary J. Blige, legacy.
I get that.
I get those.
Rihanna's sort of legacy.
Rihanna is Rihanna.
Yeah.
She's in her stratosphere.
Yeah.
Beyonce, stratosphere. Weekend, that's his audience. We're like, there's like, you know what I'm talking about. There's certain people that their image is clean enough to do the Super Bowl.
Young folk
like,
can't do it
Drake
because
can't even do Super Bowl.
No, Drake can't do the Super Bowl, man.
Drake's not doing the fucking Super Bowl.
He said he got offered 4 times to do the Super Bowl.
I know he can.
Yeah.
I know he can. And no,
But
actually, no, you know what? I'm wrong.
Why wouldn't he?
No,
Drake has so many clean songs.
No. Drake
Just
can,
hold
no,
on, I'm
you know
going
what?
home.
I misspoke. Drake can definitely do the Super Bowl. However, there's just some people even with the Wayne, to a certain extent, I understand.
Why?
As much I love Wayne.
Yeah, Wayne is if you grew up in our generation, you love Wayne. If you grew up in our generation, you love hip hop, you love Wayne.
I love Wayne. However, Wayne is known for not knowing his lyrics.
Yes.
He's not the same Wayne of
the drugs have caught up to
2015.
him.
The drugs have really caught up to him.
Yeah.
And also, Wayne's brand is not a brand you put in front of Super Bowl-ish. Not now, anyways. Do you get what I mean?
No, I get it.
Like, if you have
So you're
Wayne,
still saying
if you have Wayne, you have Birdman, and Birdman's not on that Super
So
Bowl
wait, you're
stage.
still saying they're still too niggerish to kind of do that.
Low-key. Kendrick, I understand.
But
you know what? Even Cole, I understand. Just Wayne, I could see why I'd want. That's like, I honestly, a lot of the times I don't feel like the Super Bowl performance is that great.
Yeah.
And a lot of times it's not really people I want to see.
Yeah.
I think the Dre, all of them was probably the closest to what I would want to see.
Usher.
Rihanna, yes. Usher, yes. But
That's when Rock Nation took over. Jay-Z's easing them into the niggers.
okay.
He's easing them in. He picked the blackity black guy on Black History Month. A week after the Grammys, he's probably going to win a Grammy for Not Like Us or Euphoria. He's probably going to win a Grammy. And the week after that, the Super Bowl, Do Not Like Us. I hear what you're saying. Not that I disagree, but at the same time, it's the track of the year. Everybody knows it. Everybody's been singing it. If all of a sudden people act like now we're offended by it, that would be so crazy to me. That'd be so crazy to me.
But the thing is, the people that I'm talking about that's not offended by it is people in the culture.
Yeah.
The Super Bowl is not majority people in the culture. That's what my point is.
But fair. But I think Not Like Us transcended the culture. I think it became the mainstream song of the year. I think it's probably the number 1 streamed song, if maybe Taylor Swift has one, of the year. So I think there's songs that, like, I get it. Wayne, sometimes the song felt like it was for us, especially during 2015. And sometimes most of Kendrick's music, the whole point is Kendrick makes music for his people, and that's kind of why the whole Drake thing started, because you're saying, like, you're taking a sound and you're making it mainstream. But this song, whether Kendrick liked it or not, I think it transcended being for us.
The thing is, I hear what you're saying, but for a certain degree, I low-key feel like we're stuck in our echo chamber. Because if we see it everywhere, because obviously we're in the culture, and then we see it all over TikTok, and the whites take it over on TikTok, that doesn't necessarily mean
go to the Super
whites
Bowl.
that are at the Super Bowl and making those Super Bowl decisions are going to be okay with that.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like think about all of the brands and all of the sponsors, and you're talking about what's called Drake. I heard you like him young.
Right, maybe, but even if he doesn't do the whole song, he can do the start. Maybe I see.
And you know why as well? The other part about it,
be whole deep. Yeah, he can do the start of it.
the other part about it as well that I'm kind of like is because how many adverts have we seen Not Like Us used in?
We don't really watch TV like
Yeah,
that.
but still, you'd still see Not Like Us in something. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, we'd see it across something. We don't see it in those like commercial places. Do you get what I mean? And that's why I'm kind of like,
well, I guess in February we'll see. I guess in February we'll see. But I'll be shocked if I think you should do it. I'd be shocked if he didn't. Even if he does it, they must have done the be hot deep hot man damn. Call an ambulance here free. Yeah, at the beginning you can do the first verse.
oh, okay.
No,
So you're thinking first verse,
what's up with all these
chorus,
bunny ass niggas trying to see bro? Yeah, you can do the first verse.
chorus, and then end it there.
For me,
Is there a point of doing it without A minor?
For me, I think the best part is actually certified lover, certified pedophile. Whoa. I think that's the best part. I think that's the best part.
But you can't do that part.
Well, just what I'm saying. Certified lover, certified, and then the crowd says it. Whoa. Did you not see Amazon when they did the transition?
They did Drink Dirty there.
Get into this, yeah. Do you think then Jay is obviously part of the thing that helps people get this together? Do you think he did it like it's a chess move for him to spite Drake to get one over on Drake? Because apparently he tried to sign Drake to Tidal, Drake went to Apple for 40 million and Jay fell. Because obviously all this, because then it becomes the thing about like the industry's trying to fuck Drake over.
Yeah.
Because you're not giving it to Wayne because you hate Drake. So you want to spite Drake, so you're gonna, or it could just be like as a business decision. Yesterday, Usher was hot. It was in Vegas. We give it to Usher because he was having the hot year with his residency. This year, the guy that's hot, we're gonna give it to him. Obviously, you have legacy acts, and you have the one we just mentioned, the Mary J. Blige. Rihanna is a bit of a...
Rihanna's in a weird spot.
Yeah,
but she's in a spot on her own.
Yeah, she's in a spot of her own. So, but now I can understand her looking at the metrics, looking at the numbers. If you go to the Taylor Swift, and Taylor's like, also I don't want a Taylor Swift performance in New Orleans.
Oh, God.
I wanted it to be a blackety black act. If you go look at the metrics, you're like, yo, this guy was hot last year. We give it to him this year. Because even Wayne himself said, I hope I do enough that year so they can give it to me. And Wayne, let's be real, maybe he hasn't done enough. But so do we not think like there's a part of this that does just to get one on Drake, or is this not even a Drake thing anymore? Just a business decision.
I don't think it's a Drake thing, because like if they've offered Drake 5 times and he hasn't done it, like at a certain point, do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then with the Wayne thing, like for the culture, it would have been nice to see Wayne at home. Do it
for us. Childhood us will be looking at us like,
you know what? I'm not gonna lie. I would have stayed up to watch that. I don't want to see the highlights after. I want to see this shit live.
Because to the point is, Usher is the most watched Super Bowl performance after Michael Jackson, and that's because they probably looked at it as like, oh, this worked last year. The guy that was hot last year, we gave him that. And obviously, Usher's a legacy act, so obviously he's a classic guy.
Usher's Usher.
Yeah, he's Usher, but he was also on a hot run. Without that hot run, if he wasn't doing that and he just did a Super Bowl performance, who knows if the numbers would have been the same? But because he was always on the internet with Keke Palmer, there was always narrative around his name.
Yeah.
So they gave it to him. So I kind of understand why you would kind of see what happened last year, giving it to the guy that.
Yeah, but like it's obvious to give it to someone that's in hip hop just because it's the biggest genre out right now.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? But it's just once again, it's just like the songs that you're gonna pick more time aren't the songs I want to hear.
Yeah.
And if we're actually being honest, the Super Bowl performance is so overrated.
Yeah.
It's so overrated. Like it's not really the greatest performance.
Oh, no,
like,
it's not the greatest performance.
Rihanna's one was cool.
Yeah.
Like it was cool.
Because it's rushed. You have to do your set in 15 minutes.
Yeah, and like you have to make this whole big set.
Yeah.
And
take it down.
You know what, low-key, is Wayne a good performer?
I saw videos of him doing long as my bitches love me. My bitches love me. And I'm like,
yeah, but the thing is, you know, there's different performers. Like Chris is a performer, he's a dancer. Burner's in that stage, all of that. Do you get what I'm saying? Then there's someone like Drake where it's more like a energy, I control the crowd kind of a situation.
And then there's more like Kendrick, who it's more like aesthetics and views and looking at artistic.
Where does Wayne sit on that? Because Wayne's not a dancer.
Aura.
Okay, but,
he's on stage with aura. That's Wayne.
But also, if you say he's also not the same Wayne that he once was.
No. I hear you. After this conversation, I can understand what you're saying. Giving it to Wayne isn't the worst thing. It's because it's him and it's in New Orleans. If it wasn't in New Orleans, we wouldn't even like consider giving it to Wayne anytime soon. It would just be like, what would you ever do to him?
But if you give Wayne has been rapping since he was what, like 13?
Yeah.
if he goes from Hot Boy Wayne to YMCMB Wayne, like, because if Wayne calls Nicki, she's coming.
Yeah.
If Wayne calls Drake, he's coming.
But Wayne and Friends would make sense then.
But it would always be Wayne and Friends.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, you think
Wayne and Friends would make sense.
Wayne isn't touching that stage on his own.
Yeah, Wayne
There's
and
no
Friends.
way he's touching that stage on his own.
Friends, because the Friends could be even, and people laugh, but Tiger has a couple of verses.
I know he's fucking on OnlyFans right now, but that nigga got some songs.
There's a few songs. Rack City has There's a few songs.
Rack City had man in a chokehold.
If it was New Orleans, it should have been Wayne and Friends, kind of how it was Dr. Dre and Friends. That would have made more sense then, because I don't think Kendrick would just be Kendrick. But the other thing is, like, the next two are in California. So it would have been, you could have given it to Kendrick then, but then you're also missing out on the moment.
Probably dead.
The hype's probably dead.
Yeah, but also the thing is, I also do understand not giving it to somebody from there, because once you set precedent like that, it's what people expect all the fucking time.
And it was never a thing to give it to the person from that city. Like, I think when it was in Atlanta, it wasn't any Atlanta act. It wasn't Usher. I think it was actually an outrage that it was I think it was Maroon 5. It was a white act anyways that did it in Atlanta. And people were like, out of all the Atlanta acts, you're going to give it to the white homie. But now that I'm watching the narratives change from, well, Canada, the World Cup's in Canada anyways, Drake's going to get the World Cup performance. The World Cup is a big competition, so Drake wins. Yeah. Well, I'll say this here. Obviously, the World Cup's the biggest tournament in world football. Everybody watches the World Cup, the whole timeline, etc., etc. But let's not start to change narrative because we want to suit our agenda. Let's not do that. We all know, as much as we could say the Super Bowl performance is small and it's rushed, whatever, it's a cultural institution at this point. We talk about it every single year, who's going to do it, how their performance went. From Michael Jackson has done it, to Janet Jackson, to the nipple slip, to Rihanna, to Beyonce. We all know the Super Bowl is like the sporting, everybody goes, who's performing at the Super Bowl halftime show. I've never heard conversation about they gave it to Camila Cabella at some stage about the World Cup. So I watched it.
I could not give a fuck about the...
You watch the narratives change so quick because now your guys losing, so you gotta be like, oh, the World Cup's bigger anyway, so
last
this is a
year
better
was Burna,
performance.
innit? I mean, no, last year was Davido, innit? I mean,
was it not Burna Boy?
Was
220? Yeah, I think it was Burn, because I remember Dami Hope was there in a picture with Burna Boy.
Was it Davido or Burna Boy? It was one of them.
Anyways. It was one of them, anyways. Yeah.
When does Afrobeat artists do the Super Bowl? And if so, who?
I would say Burna because it's the best performer.
I think it has to be Burna. If it's anyone, I'm giving it to Burna. Because I don't want to see Wizkid on that stage.
But I think it's such an American thing that they will try to keep it as American as possible. I know Drake is not American, neither is The Weeknd, but they'll try to keep it. Yeah, they'll try to keep it. Like JB hasn't done it yet, Justin Bieber.
Could he?
5 songs, baby. I don't know. I think it could.
Because honestly,
I think it could.
Low-key, I'm not trying to see JB up there doing Baby. Like, I don't know why, but I'm not trying to see that.
What if you did like Love Yourself or something? I don't know if
No, you definitely do Love Yourself. You start with You Love Yourself.
Yeah, I just 5 songs. Because they're saying like which UK act can do it as well. Maybe Ed Sheeran, because it's also Middle America. You have to get to whites in, Middle America. In as well.
Do I want to see Ed Sheeran do the Super Bowl?
I don't either. But if you have to pick a UK act.
Are we talking about for us or just for the Super Bowl?
No, you are running the Super Bowl, so you have to make a business decision of which UK act makes sense.
I want to say Adele, but her music is too mellow for the Super Bowl.
Yeah, because Beyonce has a bit of range about her music. She can get like marching bands and everything, and she get you going. Whereas in the UK,
fucking Stormzy, man.
Stormzy brings energy and and stage presence. Stormzy's actually a good performer.
But you know what the thing about the Super Bowl is, it's the stage is so big, because they're taking up the whole field,
pitch,
and it's like your production has to be so great, like that Usher production, even the Weeknd's one as well. Do you remember how many people there was on? Like, it's such a massive production that sometimes I don't know if your aura can get you that. We can't talk about Michael because Michael stood there and made niggas faint.
That's a performance he stood for like 20 seconds and people were just screaming.
That's it.
People were just, and he didn't say a single, that's aura.
That's the highest level you can get to.
That's aura.
Where you just, because like, the thing is, people, like, I don't think people realize sometimes how long 30 seconds is.
Yeah.
Like, I know when you say 30 seconds, it doesn't seem that long, but
until you try to plan
30 seconds. Plan for 30 seconds. Or like when something is going bad, or like you're there by yourself and there's thousands of people watching, the balls it takes to just stand there and say, I'm him.
And then finally got. I think you need those moments to make it also a cultural phenomenon. The World Cup also, if they want the World Cup performance to be as big as a deal as a Super performance,
It's never going to be.
You need something needs to be like, oh no, Drake probably if he does it in Canada, and that could be the way. And also the World Cup's every 4 years, so you can't really build it up.
You know what
it
is as well? Like football isn't tailored for ads the same way the Americans do. Americans do where it's tailored for ads.
Yeah.
Football isn't like that. You get what I'm saying? So, and I don't think football culture is accepting of that either.
Yeah.
So I don't think it's ever going to be the same. But
I agree, because they're trying to do Super League and they try to incorporate certain things that they wouldn't. American football fans were like, "Fuck that,"
because I think
I
think it waters down the sport, but it makes the sport
enhances
more expensive.
the business.
It enhances business, but waters down the sport.
Yeah.
So it's one of them situations.
And Americans are probably just used to both. Yeah, comment down below or let us know if you think he's gonna do not like us at the
Or
Super Bowl.
who would you fuck the Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Let's say the Super Bowl stage, but for the culture, who do you want to do it?
This year, it's easy for me to say Kendrick. This year, it's like it's such recency bias because he dropped a song today. I was really feeling it, and Kendrick fans are the worst. Once you don't like a Kendrick song, it's because you're not smart.
Yeah,
It's like you're not intelligent. All of a sudden,
have you seen them break down the ad? He was on the 50-yard line because of give me 50 push-ups.
Yeah. Shut up. Think Peace Twitter, shut the fuck up. Actually, the only thing I like, it says there's one chance to win the championship. There's no round 2 because Drake was like, oh, we'll be back for game 2. We're going to win game 2. Yeah. He's like, oh, so he still managed to take a jab at that. Other than that, leave it. Like, Kendrick fans, you're just not intelligent if you don't understand what Kendrick is saying.
No, bro. Kendrick is speaking your third eye isn't open if you don't understand what Kendrick is saying.
They say Kendrick even logs on and says, oh, so that's what I meant.
Bro.
Oh, shit, that's what I meant.
Yeah,
but comment and tell us who you'd like to see at the Super Bowl as well.
But so fuck the Super Bowl. Like, for culture, who would you put up there? I know you're probably going to say Cole.
I was going to say Kanye. But he's not going to do it. Kanye could actually.
Kanye is the nigga I need to see up there.
Kanye would kill the Super Bowl, but he's not going to. The guy would go up there and say anti-Semitic stuff.
No, but the thing is,
Super Bowl stage.
even conceptually, Kanye would do something mad.
Yeah, it's a true act. But he's going to say some anti-Semitic rant to him 2 minutes into his performance.
The question is, when does Jay-Z do it?
I think if it goes back to the MetLife Stadium in New York, he'll probably do it himself. Because the next tour in LA, so it's probably not because he's like a legacy act that he could do Jay-Z and Friends as well. He has the luxury of bringing out Beyonce. They could do Crazy Low, Forever Young, or something. He has the luxury of just bringing out Beyonce and saying, that's one of the most iconic.
This is the best ever.
Or they might do it as the Carters. They do a couple of songs each, do a couple of songs together, and I'd love to see Jay-Z's and Beyonce would be one for the culture I'd like to see.
Mm-hmm,
But I think everybody that has been worried to do Super Bowl, except for like Drake and Taylor Swift and maybe Jay-Z, has probably done it. They're not gonna give it to Kanye. They're not gonna give it to Chris Brown. Like Chris Brown's performance would slap.
Chris Brown fucked that shit up as well.
They're not gonna give it to them. So I've given up on those two. I think Cole is way too much of a. There's not enough, like, he would have to have the year Kendrick had for Cole to do it. Because
does Cole even have enough mainstream songs to do it?
Apart from no role models, First Things First, Recipe, Uncle Pill, there's no other ones.
Yeah, he's not doing Wet Dreams up there.
See, well, because he did a set when they did the All-Star game was in North Carolina. It was like, cool little set. That's the year that a lot came out with like 21 Savage. He was on a lot of features that year.
Yeah.
So he did it that year. For Cole fans, it was like cool because he did a lot of his feature verses, which were like some of his best verses that year. But on a Super Bowl stage where you're Pepsi, White America's watching, Middle America's watching, I don't think Cole has the set for that. Unless he goes and has a caliber of a year that Kendrick had this year. Because 2 years ago, none of us would have probably said Kendrick would do the Super Bowl performance based on... Not that he has a good catalog.
Yeah, but
it would have had to been like, oh, this is in Compton.
Before someone kills me, does he have a good catalog?
In terms of what?
In terms of just
albums.
What do we consider a good catalog?
That's good. In terms of body of work, 100%. Because no, Good Kid, Mad City is one of the best.
Good Kid, Mad City is
Damn
iconic.
is good.
When was the last time you listened to Damn?
I'll listen to Element all the time. Not the whole album.
No, I'm asking when's
No,
the last time you listened to
I don't listen to any album. I don't listen
Okay.
Like you can ask me when somebody listening to a Kanye album. No. But I picked Damn, God, and Love. 3 songs of that album, and obviously Loyalty or Damn. Those straight top of my head, I listen to them not regularly, but semi-regularly.
Yeah, fair enough.
I don't like To Pimp a Butterfly, but it's not for me. It's really for his culture. If you grew up black in America, that it's more tailored towards you, and there's no songs you can pick out. People laugh about it, but I like this Mr. Morales and the Big Steppers. I went back to listen to it because obviously when people said, when Drake said, your last one flopped, you're really not on shit. I went back to listen to it, and I was like, I enjoy this album.
Yeah, but it flopped.
Yeah. In terms of like commercially, it flopped. Yeah, but I think he has a good body of work. I don't like Some People Butterfly, but some people say that's his best album.
Yeah,
I don't agree.
No.
I think Good Kid,
Mad
Mad City is his best
100%.
album. I think Damn is good. And I don't mind Mr. Morales. I think To Pimp a Butterfly. But what do you view as a good catalogue?
I'd say how much I can listen back to it.
Okay.
Do I have music for most times in my life?
Okay.
Like, do I have music that I can listen to? Do I have music that if I'm annoyed or angry or want to get angry, I can listen to? Music I can just throw on in the car.
So you look at good catalogs in terms of the song they have or in terms of the albums they have?
Both.
Do you think Drake has a good discography catalog? I think it starts off good, but it's
underwhelming.
Yeah. For the talent he has.
Yeah,
it's
and if you look at Drake's hits versus albums, I think it's very lopsided.
100%.
Like
100%.
I think, but I don't think he has horrible albums.
No.
Like,
he's too talented for them to be horrible.
Exactly. Like I think Scorpion is almost irrelevant.
Yeah.
More Life is good. I like More Life. None Was the Same is great.
I love None Was the Same.
Like, CLB. I've listened to it a lot of times because it was my traveling album for a long time, and it's like it's cool.
Yeah.
Like,
and what about the dance one?
It's not for me.
And then there's one more he released recently.
Thank Me Later, top tier. That's his first one. The classic, obviously. Take Care.
Yeah.
No One Was the Same. Those three are great.
Yeah. And I think
after that was Views. Yeah.
Nah.
More Life. I like it. It's all right. I don't listen to it that much.
Yeah.
Scorpion, Meh. Then I think CLB in it.
I think CLB and then the dance.
Like 7 albums. Jesus Christ.
Then the dance album and obviously then the ones with Future are his best work because he's rapping a lot more. For me,
okay.
I think like the Diamonds Dancing and all of those songs. The ones, what's it called? What a Time to Be Alive. And If I Was Reading This Was Too late, because on those ones he's like legend and everything. He's rapping
energy,
a lot more
that,
energy. Yeah.
Okay,
so those ones I kind of prefer those, but I always feel like his body of work don't match up to maybe his ability, and he doesn't do it as consistently. Because sometimes I feel like he just throws things together, and it's not like trying to have a cohesive body of work. It's like, I've probably recorded, like we've seen the 100 GB thing. He has so many songs, and he probably just puts things together. Yeah. Whereas with, let's say, Kendrick, I feel like his albums are thought out there. Even the diss to Drake, it felt like from song one is like from Euphoria, I'm telling you I hate you as a person. Meet the Gram, like, look, I can help you do better. You actually need to do better, and not like us. Like, all right, have the bop. Even when he's dissing, it felt like he thought about how he was going to approach this man.
But that's why they do. That's why they do think pieces on him though, and that's why he was the only rapper to win a Pulitzer or whatever that award is.
Yeah. Well, his catalog music, I can understand the singles. People being underwhelmed because, to my point is, some of his songs work better in an album format rather than a standalone. Like, there's no song from Mr. Morales I can listen to as a standalone.
Yeah, but that's my biggest gripe against Kendrick.
Yeah,
like I feel like your music is great, but how great is it if I have to listen to the whole album?
Yeah,
and it's just one of those situations where 20 years ago, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Now that niggas don't really listen to albums, and also like there's a reason why Chris Brown is dropping like 40 songs on a fucking album. Yeah. It's just about getting streams,
yeah.
Getting as many things in playlists as you possibly can.
Yeah, even Cole's best run wasn't albums. It was just when you start jumping on a bunch of singles. And
I think that's because when he jumped on the singles, he stopped having to be Cole. And he could just be, I just need to give you 16 bars.
Rap,
and also, finally, he used other people's production style. Thank God.
Yeah, well... Yeah, shout out Kendrick. Hopefully he kills it. Like, let us know who you would like to do on the comments. Who you would like to see do the Super Bowl, and if you think it's gonna do Not Like Us. So what else? So I was chilling. Yeah, let me ask you this, because you are still the singleton of the two of us. So how you're planning your life? Yeah. You have probably plans in life where you want to be at 35. So I was chilling yesterday, and one of our podcast listeners who listened to the previous episodes, and he DM'd me, and he's like, "Look, you talked about your relationship and you buying house, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, calm. So he says, this was my plan, but now I've met someone. So I don't know if I should stay on course with my plan or now add it to it. So his plan is like, I want to buy a house. I'm only 25. I didn't want to get married or anything till I was 30. So the next couple of years, I was going to set myself up. And then once I finished setting myself up, then I was going to add someone to that life. And it would have made sense that way. And I was like, but now someone's in the picture and we're 2 years in and I'm actually ready to make those steps in my life. But I don't know now if I should still make them despite them being there, or should I just bring them to my plan? Because the boys' plan was, I'm going to buy an apartment, have that there, rent it out, and eventually when I do get to my 30s and meet someone, we can have a family home. I'm asking you, if you meet someone, do you would you allow yourself to derail from what you originally wanted? And if yes, what are the factors for you to be like, I'm going to include you as part of my life? Because I didn't have to think about that. It kind of just happened organically.
Yours all happened at the same time.
Yeah. Because you're in your 20s now. So maybe let's say by 35, you say, okay, Deji, I'm going to lock in, do this. I'm not going to let anybody derail me. But life.
Why do you think I've been in the game at 35 discussion?
What?
Why do you think I've been in the game at 35 discussion?
Hypothetically,
you never know. I can find someone and 6 months later be married.
That's why I'm asking. That's what I'm saying.
Okay,
you could have an idea in your head of where you want to be at 35. But then what are the factors for you to be like, maybe I should derail from this plan?
Honestly, you know what it is? I think it depends on the person I'm with. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I do feel like having the right person, like, she might even just say something that makes you realize, okay, you know what, maybe buying an apartment isn't the right thing to do right now. Maybe I need to do this, or maybe I should do this instead. I feel like it all comes situation by situation. Like, so if you said you've been with her for 2 years, if you're in your 30s at this point, I'm assuming you're looking towards...
See, the thing is, he's 25, and his plan wasn't to get to the other steps. His plan was, this is the stage of my life to build. When I'm in my 30s, then someone can come in.
Yeah, but build your babes, man.
That's what niggas say, but then some people say they want to be built by the time they meet their babes. They don't want
I know, but the thing is, it's easy to say that when you don't have a babes. Because if you're with her now, yeah, let's just say your plan takes another 5 years. That's 7 years deep. Then you're 30. I'm pretty sure your baby wants to be married before then.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like...
So your advice would be just build with the baby well. If you found her on the way...
If you feel like she's the one or whatever, do you get what I'm saying? Or sit down and have a conversation with her, like, look, this is what my plan was. Yeah, like, what do you think?
Okay.
And if I'm not liking what you're saying,
I'm gonna keep going with my plan.
I might stick with my plan.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day,
that's it.
If you have a plan, like, I assume your babes also wants to buy a house or some shit. Let me go get my thing. You get your thing, then we'll get our thing.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? And from what I've heard from people, the first one is the hardest one to get. Once you get the first one, you can flip that shit, get the second one, remortgage that shit.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Do all of that. So it just might be one of those situations where.
So he does free game for you, bro.
Like your babes is there. Like use unless you go with an idiot. Because no, genuinely, I've seen niggas get with like some beautiful idiots, and like
the niggas thinking with the dicks.
Do you know what I'm saying? And like when it comes to any decision, they can't include her as part of it. But like, because you know what you don't want. You don't want to be like, putting her on hold, and then she gets sick of you. You finally get what you want, but then you're looking around, and it's like, you're like, bro, these streets are cold. And I had what I wanted, and now she's married with someone that doesn't have a house.
Nah, see, there's a free game for you, bro. Have the conversation.
What did you say?
I kind of said it's like, I can't remember exactly what I said. I said like, now that you have her, and you want to build for the future, even if you buy the apartment by yourself, property, like you're saying, you can just sell it and flip it, and if it's time to buy it together, you can just like property value anywhere, like in Dublin and Ireland, it's not gonna go down anytime soon. So if you already are there and you're still a bit unsure, and that's the other thing, because like, how are you sure? Even if like we've known niggas out like 2-3 years in, and they're like, I'm not sure if this is the one, you know. And
but like you're buying the thing in your name, like it's not like you're married. Like if you break up tomorrow, it's not like she's taking half.
Yeah. That's why I said. I was like, if you want to still continue with your plan, but at the same time, if she is someone that you see, and she's been in the picture, and you see her being in the picture long term, and if you already have your finance patterned, that means you could just be like, just leave it there. Because even if, say, in 6 months it doesn't end up working out, at least your finances there and you can continue with your plan. But in 6 months, if you give her that leeway and you get her, or a year or whatever, let her pattern her side of the 10% or whatever, and then it can come together. So it's not really a lose-lose situation.
And the other part of it is like, bro, you've been with her for 2 years, like, and
let me refer 18 months before he corrects me.
Okay, either way, you've been with her for 18 months. If she was going to derail you crazy, she would have derailed you already. You're kind of like he's talking as if he just met this babe.
Yeah, the reason you're having these thoughts is because you actually wanted to go to a certain way, but you've already kind of made up your mind of what you wanted. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like you had tunnel vision. I said, this is what I'm gonna do, and now you're rattled because you finally find someone who's like, I could actually just do this with her. But in your mind, you already kind of decided, no, I'm gonna do this. So that's why I asked you. I was like, you could make up your mind and be like, in the next 5 years, this is where I want to be, and you could find someone, but you could be like, no, but I've made up my mind that this is how I'm gonna do it, and you just have to be flexible in life.
The two things are mutually exclusive. Like you can still get there. Like you get what I'm saying? Like you've had her for 2 years. You're still saving. Yeah. You're still doing shit right for her to stick around.
I understand.
So like if you literally just stick on the exact same course you're on right now.
Yeah, and she'll come along. I think.
And low key, there's been a couple times. Like there was a time in my life where, I was driving a 04 Golf, and remember I told you I crashed it.
Yeah.
I used the word crash very, very lightly because it was a light tap, but my car got totaled anyways. But I was, in my head, I was like, okay, I need a new car. I need to get around kind of a situation. And for some reason, the only thing that was in my head is like, maybe get another Golf, maybe get like an A3 or something like that. And my babes at the time was just like, what do you want? And I was like, I wouldn't mind like an A4 or something bigger. Like I want a big boy car at this point. And she's like, then why don't you just get it or at least look at it? And then I looked at it and the prices were pretty much the exact same. I was like, fuck it, let me get this. So sometimes having that person, especially women a lot of the times, they can, as men, I feel like we're so one-track minded sometimes that sometimes them just saying one little thing would be like, oh shit, that is an easier way to do it. Oh shit, that is a better way to do it. Yeah. Because you might sit down and realize that, maybe buying an apartment isn't the greatest thing to do. Maybe I should actually just go buy a house. Yeah. Do you get what I'm saying? Especially if it's like, all right, cool, I could buy this apartment in the middle of Dublin, but for an hour away, I can get a 2-bedroom house or a 3-bedroom house and rent that out to a family that's going to be more. Do you get what I'm saying? So it's
I fully understand what you're saying, and hopefully he's picking up game, because sometimes like we look at, especially as men, because we want to build, and sometimes we might look, I think I've even saw on Sharon's podcast, KD's brother, he was like, I don't want that for you. I don't want you to come and build me and build with me. I don't want that for you. I want to build and then you can come in and enjoy. Which is the mindset.
I hear that as well.
Which is the mindset I actually understand, because I think a lot of men would prefer to be the ready-made guy or whatever. But also, I think when Fiona was on the pod before, she said, we can't look at it as like, I'm not a hindrance to your destiny.
Facts.
Like if that's like, if there's love there and it's genuine and we can grow together, like a woman is like you're saying, she wasn't a hindrance to your destiny. She even opened your mind into what else can be and into what else you could have achieved that you probably wouldn't have been. Like if you had tunnel vision, it's like there has to be an A3, it has to be a Golf. So yeah, broski, like sometimes that's I told him I was gonna bring this on the pod to talk about it, but it's like, so broski, if sometimes you have to think of it that way, that sometimes they're also there to support you on your journey, and if she came along at this stage where you had this tunnel vision, maybe it was for a reason. But I get both sides. I get as a man where you want to be a ready-made man before you bring someone into your situation, but
like I remember
who knows when that
someone
happens.
told me like, whatever you give a woman, she'll multiply. If you give her wickedness, she'll give you wickedness.
Yeah,
if you give her a brick, she'll give you a home. All that nonsense. So it's like sometimes having a good woman beside you, bro, that shit will elevate you quickly. Do you get what I'm saying? So like, and I think it does come from a lot of it of that old African mentality of like, the men takes care of the finances, the men do this. But if she's better at taking care of finances than you, bro, there's some girls that are not that much money. Yeah. However, they have a lot of wigs, and each of those wigs cost like $500-600. How are you affording this, babes? Yeah. Because just some people are just really good at money and shit like that. Like some people are just smart and shit like that. So find out what your babes is good at and just work on. Nah, but when you were sending his voice notes, he was proper rattled. I was like, bro, that's like, hey, that's a good problem to have. Yeah, to be fair, it is a nice problem. Because you can be calling I'm trying to buy a house, but have this wonderful woman next to me. You know what I'm saying? I see a future with her. What should I let? I'll be telling the nigga for being in a good situation. Thank you for listening, though. Yeah, man, that's it. Trust us. We give you good advice, man. What else has been popping? I saw the funniest thing on TikTok the other day. What happened? Was this the clip that a guy sent 2 girls the same nudes? Okay, can we talk about that for a second? Sorry, you talk about your thing. No, we're here now. If you got a good go-to, do you not use it constantly?
I hear that, yeah. Like that LeBron shooting the same mid-range video. Yeah.
If I know it works.
If you know it works, keep doing it. The audacity is to do it with the same group of friends in the same group. That's the audacity. I understand using
What
the
if I
same
didn't know
vibes.
they were friends?
These ones you would know.
Yeah, but if it happened before the pod,
Oh, because on the pod. Yeah.
public information is right there.
These are- to be fair enough then. But also, why do you have your saved nudes on your phone?
Because I took one, it's a banger.
Put it in the hidden folder.
Fam, anytime I need to reach for it, I'm gonna go get it.
But
If we're doing trades, let me just go to my best one.
have you been in that situation where you think girls send? No, never. A girl's never sent me, and any of my lads probably the same dudes. What about you?
Me and my friends have very, very different taste in women, so thank God.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
Also, I wouldn't know because I don't share nudes. Like I don't even say that I got them.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying? So
Yeah, but
like
that's another thing. That conversation of like, you know, he sent me nudes, and they're like, oh, me too. What he sent you?
it's type of pain.
You have to get to the like, you know that guy? Yeah, he sent me nudes. Oh shit, me too. Like that's how the conversation will happen. I have to be like, yo, did you know that girl? Yeah, she's because how did that conversation occur to know that we've got the same nudes in the first place? Do you know?
Yeah.
So like you're saying, you wouldn't bring it up. Like we wouldn't bring it up. I wouldn't just be like, yo, you know, this one sent me nudes, and you'd be like, oh mad, she sent me nudes too. What she sent you? She sent me this. Oh shit, sent me the same thing. That's not a conversation I can. Well, obviously not now, but like, that's not a conversation I could see me and my friends even like having. But so like that's another thing I'm just occurring. Like, how did they occur to even know that like, yo, we got the same nudes? Well, anyways,
I've got questions. Like obviously, we've all sent a dick pic here and there. Like, do you get what I'm saying? Like, as you do.
Yeah.
How?
Nah, the towel drop is crazy.
Like, because that has to be orchestrated.
The towel drop is crazy.
Because, like,
niggas really think they're sexy out here.
My problem is, I know you didn't get that on first take.
Well, what if that's why they saved it? Because they got it the first take, they're so impressed by themselves, like, nah. I have to say, because if you're doing a couple of takes on that, my nigga, what's going on? You're doing a couple
But to be honest, even when you said the dick pic, like, you got to hit the right angle. Like, you got to take a couple times. It's just like, okay.
It's like, okay, it looks bigger. This angle helps it looks bigger. This angle makes it look bigger.
But also, you know what? Obviously, because I'm not attracted to men, that's probably why for me. But like, with women, there's so many things to look at. It's so beautiful.
Yeah.
Like, with men, I just feel like it's just like, rah, dick. Just bang, dick. That's it.
The thing is, the other thing is, was this even solicited?
It has to be. It has to be. No, I know niggas move wild and just be sending unsolicited dick pics. But this bro, come on. If that's unsolicited, that's wild. To both of them as well.
But hey, like you said,
we need to get the girls on this point.
Like, you know what it is, yeah? Even if it's unsolicited, there has to be at least lead up conversation. Like, you must be at least talking, even if you're not talking on that level. Like, we talk every now and again. And I was like, do you know what? I'm just gonna go for a send her dick pic and see if, because maybe that move has worked before for homeboy.
Yeah, but you know what it is, yeah? I just don't feel like a penis is just very visually attractive.
Yeah.
So it's like, for me to send you have to want one.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Question, yeah. Have you sent a nut video before?
No, I've never. I knew you were gonna. My brain was like. My brain said, "Girls have said they like nut videos." And then
You know,
I've never said one.
We've gotten too close to doing this.
My brain literally said, "Girls have said they like nut videos," and he said, "Question, yeah." I've never sent a nut video. No, I've never like. No, never. Of course. Who am I talking to?
I didn't say anything. Wait. I didn't say anything.
Have you sent a nut video before? Answer. I don't want to assume.
Yeah, man, obviously.
Who am I for the sex god
It's just whispering my name. I say, yeah, I got that.
What's my name during the sex nut video's crazy?
Content. This is all for content.
This guy is crazy.
You know what? This might be the funniest moment we've had.
This guy is crazy.
Nah, it's all jokes. It's all for content.
Say my name. Shout out Romeo, man. Oh God. Sorry, you're gonna go something before I derail the whole conversation. What a man. One thing men have is audacity. Which I rate because
You have to. As a man, you have to.
you just put the bat signal out there and see what happens.
Yeah, because if you don't have audacity, you're not getting some.
Oh,
Like, you got to shoot, you got to shoot.
fair play though. Sorry, you were going somewhere. And I derailed you.
Oh, yeah, so...
You saw something on the internet.
So, apparently, we don't have to talk about this.
Yeah.
I just want to laugh at it.
Okay.
So, there's 2 OnlyFans women that pretended to be trans women to boost their numbers and make more money on OnlyFans. Now, the trans community is getting annoyed at them because someone commented, like, why are you using my gender as a cosplay?
Yeah, they don't like us. You're not part of our culture. So why are you coming here? You're running to the trans community when you need to check balance. Literally what they're doing. So I hear it.
Okay, wait. So,
I hear it.
So she's a woman.
Yeah.
Pretending to be a man.
Yeah.
That has transitioned into a woman.
Yeah.
And they're getting annoyed. Like I said, we ain't going to talk about it.
Hey, all I'm saying is, as a black man, this happens to every community. People come into your community, they benefit and take away, and then we ain't gonna talk about it. I understand the outrage because we get annoyed too when it happens, but this is just business. It's a business decision. But that's actually fucked when you think about it. Because there's not a gap in the market.
No, but how can you get annoyed at her?
Because for you, it's an actual struggle, and you have to deal with this struggle on a daily, and you have to fight for living your truth, let's say. So you do this. Then to see someone just profit and benefit off it and just get the perks of it, it is annoying. It is annoying. Rachel Dosa. Was that the chick that was trying to be black?
Yeah.
So now you want the profit of being black when me, I get called a nigger. That's something annoying.
But would it be different if she was actually black?
Wait, yeah, does she do that? She wouldn't have to.
Okay,
be black.
imagine Michael Jackson doing blackface.
That'd be annoying.
Yeah, but he's black.
Yeah. I get what you're saying.
Did you get what I mean?
I get what you're saying. Checkmate. But I think they're thinking of it the way that I was originally thinking of it. They're thinking of it as like, I actually struggle every day to live this trans life, whereas you're cosplaying as a trans and you're profiting off it. So that's why it's annoying them. I know you're thinking of it like logically and logistically, but they're thinking of it like more like emotionally. Like me looking at it, me actually being called a nigger every day, then looking at some guy saying like, oh yeah, I'm black and he's making hip hop and he's not really black and then he's profiting off it and using the N-word. I'm like, you don't go through any of the things that requires to be a black person in this world, but you get to make money from being a black person in this world.
I hear that, but
I think that's what I think about.
I hear that, but if you're fighting so hard to be women, can a woman use your transitioning into her lane as a cosplay? Do you get what I mean?
Wait. If you're fighting so hard to be a woman,
Yeah. Can you be mad at a woman being a woman? Because you're saying the trans woman is woman.
Yeah.
If I'm saying that,
that's a good point.
if you're saying the trans woman is woman, she's essentially just being a woman, which she is. Why are you annoyed?
Because she's using the trans community.
All she did was put a dildo down her pants. Well, there's 2 of them, but like...
Honestly, it's smart. I think it's clever. I'm not mad at them. I think it's a clever way to make money.
Also,
but I get I get the perception they have, which is kind of what I'm describing. Like, I know what you're saying. It's like, at the end of the day, shouldn't it just be like, we're all women because that's what you fight for? But the thing is, I fight for this. You are just acting as this. I think it's the act that's annoying. Like you're saying earlier, the principle of things that annoys people.
I hear that, but it's just... it's just very...
Would you do it? Would you do...
What?
Be a man?
Be a man pretending to be a trans man.
Yeah. But you're actually just a man anyways, now you start making money. People look at him like, wow, that's a good operation.
Don't cancel me, but isn't that just a gay man?
That's the look. Now we're going too far. before they take our mics.
No, like I said, I don't know shit.
I actually don't understand I'll be honest. I don't understand gender politics enough. I've never looked into it either. But if they're mad, I guess.
I have one question, and it's the same question I've been asking for years at this point. With is it the non-binary people that don't classify as he or she?
Yeah.
If it's a spectrum.
Yeah.
And the spectrum encompasses, like let's say the spectrum of color.
Yeah.
That spectrum of color encompasses every single color that exists and every shade of color that exists.
Yeah.
If gender and sexuality is also a spectrum, how do you not fall somewhere on the spectrum?
You do. You just don't know where.
No, but you don't. Because if you're saying, I'm not a he or I'm not a she.
I'm somewhere there.
If I'm not male or female, right?
Yeah.
There's only male or female. Like, okay, remove what is out there right now for a second.
Yeah.
There is males, which is predominantly masculine, and there's females, which is predominantly feminine. Everybody is along this scale. There's the two scales, right?
Yeah.
So along the scale, there's fully masculine, there's fully feminine, right? Men are probably closer to the masculine side than the feminine side, and women are closer to the feminine side than the masculine side. However, you can have women that are closer to the masculine side than the feminine side,
vice versa.
and vice versa.
Yeah.
So if it encompasses everything and you're born a woman, how could you not fall somewhere along that line? Because even if you were 100% masculine, you're still a woman, just 100% masculine woman.
Yeah.
So how do you feel like a man? If
that's a question for them.
Yeah, no, that's a question I look, any non-binary people that want to come sit on the couch, I have genuine questions.
Before the podcast is finished.
I have genuine questions because it's kind of like, if you could tell me Young Ma is a woman, but Nicki Minaj is also a woman, I don't see how you don't fall in somewhere along that thing. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So why do you have to then flip to the other side to do the same thing?
Yes, I get what you're saying now. Yeah.
Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know. I get what you mean. But
Anyways, let's move
let's move on from this. Yeah.
Did I ever tell you about Liverpool? What happened when I went to Liverpool?
The one you got, the guy that got really angry and he couldn't come down.
Yeah.
Did
I ever
I've told on the podcast loads of times.
No, I just because remembering what happened on this in LA, remember Liverpool because I was the same nigga as well.
Maybe it's this group of friends. Maybe you need to look within and be like, do I need to be here? Do I need to be here today?
You know, but they're generally the calmest people though. Like just, in life, if you told me people that would have problems, you wouldn't be this group.
Okay.
So that's why it's funny when it is this group.
Yeah. And are you gonna go on any more holidays this year? Or
I've got Morocco in November for my boy's wedding that I still need to book flights for, and I don't know why I haven't.
November?
Yeah.
Oh, that's pretty soon, isn't it?
Bruv.
And the year that I'm going on holidays with the family. Then it's my birthday, but my missus is away for my birthday. We need to live it. That's fine. Bye by
Does she even love you?
Fine by me. Fine by me. The youth's gonna be my mom, and then anniversary, youth's birthday, Christmas.
You've got a very expensive end of the year. And it's not even like it stops because as soon as New Year rolls around,
my Mrs. birthday,
Valentine's. And then we go fucking Easter.
And the thing is, like, because my kid is like, now he's like, basically he's nearly 1. This is like this first proper, like, because obviously he's born in November and it was Christmas 4 weeks later. I didn't like, it was his first Christmas, yeah. I said, this is his first Christmas.
Bro, Nick couldn't even open his eyes that last Christmas.
Exactly. So this is the one I'm going to do, like matching pajamas and presents.
Oh, you're leaning all the way in.
Leaning all the way in. So I'm actually looking forward to it.
Oh, that's so cute, man.
It's an expensive end of the year, but I was thinking, I'm looking forward to a little break, but also stressed about going
Question, yeah. Like, obviously, you're the provider of your house as it stands. I know you're happy about that.
I really am.
Does the pressure get to you?
Some days, yes. Some probably, yeah. Some days, yes. Some days you kind of like feel, and I'm so happy that I was good with saving. Because I was like, oh wow, and that's kind of what we were talking before the pod. A reason why I would do like another contract role for the next 2 years is because I would like to have baby number 2, and I would like to save more money. And then once I have all my kids, I can then be a permanent, like, blah blah blah. It's because I don't need to. Obviously, I would like to, but the need to make that much and save that much probably reduces. But some days you do feel the pressure as a man, and you understand, and luckily Simi's going back to work soon. But yeah, you think about it, you're like, rah, if she wasn't going back to work anytime soon, and this is a continuous you have to live like this, some months will be harder than others. Right now, it's been pretty calm.
Yeah.
Because it's been like, I was contracted before, and then obviously now, and I saved. I was good at saving, so it's been pretty calm. But some days I think about, like, if this had to go on for maybe another half a year, it would be tough.
Yeah, because my question is, like, obviously, when you're in a contract role, some contract roles, if you don't work, you don't get paid.
Yeah.
Have you ever been one of those days that before I probably wouldn't have gone in today?
Yeah.
But now that, bro,
yeah.
car needs servicing, holiday needs this, I'm gonna wake up and go to work.
Her car needed servicing, and guess who handled that? That's what I mean. Like, some months are gonna be more difficult because the car needs to be serviced, NCT needs to be done, and also your usual, and electricity bills is like every 2 months. So some months it's there, some months it's not there. So some, especially the winter months now, it's gonna be even on the higher end because electricity is on all, like the heater's on all the time. So when I think about it, like the foresight of like, okay, this it's you can sustain it, but you're not gonna live the quality of life that maybe you both like to live. Like, it's just the way cost of living is at these days. So I was thinking about it, I was like, yeah, in the long term I would feel more pressure now, than I do now. But right now, not as much. And that's why sometimes with you, I'm even transparent with the pod stuff. I'm like, I just can't put this much into the pod. It doesn't work for me right now. But I feel like I do feel for, like, you understand it more now, especially men who are just providing and going to work, working 12-hour shift, not seeing their kids, leaving early, coming back early. And it's like, yeah, that pressure is like, I have to. A guy at work, his missus had twins and she had to stop working because they're not going to do, what are they going to do? Like, childcare. So now he's picking up extra shifts and extra work and extra jobs, and because he wants to save for the house, because now that he has 2 kids, he wants to be like in the next 2 years, but when she goes back to work and they have their own house. And that's just, society isn't built for that. Society isn't built for 2 people to work 80 hours, maintain a household, maintain their relationship, look after the kids. It's just, it is what it is, but I understand why it was like someone goes to work and someone mans the house.
Yeah, but how does one not crumble under that pressure? Because now you're thinking like, bro, I've got to do this, I've got to do this, I've got to do this.
Yeah.
Like, and then the worst one is when shit just starts slapping you. Bills just start coming in. Like the other day, I got a letter from Revenue. Yeah. And when you see that letter from Revenue, it's one of 2 things. It's not a tax return because I got that already.
So you start rolling your eyes. Say, God damn it.
Open this shit up. What's called, you fail to do your VAT return or whatever. We estimate that you owe 500 euro if you don't pay, blah, blah. I also hate the fucking threats. Like, I've been reading this letter, like, if I don't pay, and what?
Deji hates authority. Deji hates authority.
You know what it was? Okay, now I don't want to pay. Finally.
Let's see what happens. Pull up to my yard. Let's talk.
Yeah, face to face. You know them niggas don't play. They'll take it out of your check.
That's what they did to me. I remember this. I got the same letter. They say you owe us 200. We'll just take it out of your monthly check every time from now till the end of the year. I was like, so why are you telling me? You honestly could have just done that and not tell me. Like, I probably wouldn't notice because you're taking away 200 over 12 months. Like, I don't know if you took away 12 euros in fucking paycheck. Yeah. But no, and that's why men's suicide rate is higher. Because a lot of them, they do crumble under that. Like, not to make a grim, but a lot of people, you do crumble under that pressure. Yeah. People, you do crumble under that pressure of like saying like, what's next? This bill has to be paid. This has to be paid. This has to be paid. So yeah, everybody's got to work. Everybody's got to work, and everybody's got to help inside the house. But shout out.
Fuck that shit,
shout out me, man.
Once again, like I said, what's the point of it all, man?
Hey, what's the point of that?
All of this bill for what? to turn the dust at the end of the day. Fuck this, man.
That's a Deji's not paying that 500 euros.
No, I called them because that shit sore. So while I'm in America now, I was being rushed, so I forgot my second phone.
Okay.
I forget that my phone is locked.
Okay.
So everybody's out there doing eSIM. I say, yeah, I'll slap one of those. I see Revolut is doing eSIMs. You can get eSIM on Rev. It's like 20 euro for like 10 gigs. I was like, okay. So I don't have to worry about that. Let me just slap that. I buy it, pay for it. eSIM's not working on my phone. The fuck's wrong with my phone? Why is it not working on my phone? My phone is locked. Email Revolut, whatever, get a refund. I was like, all right, cool. Next day I'm on my phone, okay, how can I get this shit unlocked quickly? I was like, I tried to go on Vodafone. Vodafone was saying that you didn't buy it in our store. You can't do it here, which is a lie because I called them later and I'm getting it now. And then I see this website, and this website is like, pay $24, get your phone unlocked. That's calm.
Okay.
Pay that shit. 20 minutes later, you're eligible to get your phone unlocked. Pay 55 to get the unlocking code. I was like, they actually got me.
We have been hoodwinked.
I was so fucking,
led astray, because flat out deceived.
That's some shit that my mom was saying. Did you? I paid 20 euro for this thing, but they tell me, I was so vexed with myself. I was like, did you actually fall for this stupid shit?
Did you pay for 55?
No, the fuck I didn't.
Did you find America expensive?
Yes,
Yeah,
very fucking
very.
expensive. Bro,
Very
we
expensive.
went to Target, and literally everything we bought fit in one carrier bag, $80.
Yeah, America.
And it was just like, and then the whole tax thing as well. Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Oh, forget about all these things. You get there and like, actually this much.
Bro, the thing
not
that
a tax
pissed me
bill.
off the most, right? I'm going to a self-checkout. Why is it asking for a tip?
It's America. The country's capitalism.
Bro, but
The country's
you're
capitalism.
not even providing me a service. And you're asking for a tip.
They're living here with something. Did you tip when you went for food?
Yeah, we tipped for food.
Yeah.
But like,
So we got fed up with that.
But you
Just
know
stop
what?
tipping.
You know what? Because when we went to IHOP, yeah, the server lady, she was on job. She was cold. Like there was even one of the boys wanted something that wasn't on the menu anymore. She's like, oh, they're discontinuing that. But then she's like, don't worry, I got you. You know those people that take care of you. So we tipped there. But like, I'm going to a fast food restaurant, and I'm paying on the fucking kiosk. The fuck am I tipping you for?
It's a 20% tips. So why?
The fuck?
And we went to New York and like I think at some stage we didn't tip one person and they looked at us like we killed our auntie or something. It's like, jeez. For them, it's like I get it though. They expect it. It's part of their culture. Like they get tipped every single time. So for you not to tip them, it's mad.
But the whole tipping culture thing apparently started because they pay their servers less than minimum wage.
Yeah.
And the tips are supposed to make it up to minimum wage.
Yeah.
However, apparently,
Yeah.
if they don't make enough tips, the employer is supposed to pay that shit.
I saw James say that on Shits and Gigs, and I was like, so if they don't make enough tips, so it's like, so why are you mad at me? You're gonna get your money regardless. But some of them obviously make above tip. They make above minimum wage with their tips. So some people, I think they would. The Poor Minds podcast.
Yeah.
They say they used to leave on a night. They could leave for like they were working in strip club or whatever, just serving. So some nights you could leave with 2,000, 2,500 and just on a night. And they said it makes it so hard to then leave that industry or leave that field of work because to then go back and make 2,500 a month when you can make that on a night.
Yeah,
it's like, but you also don't want to be stuck there forever.
The thing is, there's certain, bro, drinks are flowing.
Yeah.
You're cute. It's just the same way as like you get to the bar. She's cute.
You guys do shots.
You want to drink?
Yeah, baby Guinness.
What?
Yeah.
What? 5? No. What? 10? Yeah, 10 shots. Tap that shit.
Nah, I hear her, but then it says, it's gonna make those industries harder to quit because you're making so much money that a regular
You might as well be a drug dealer.
Corporate job, regular corporate job is not gonna pay you that way. You just have to kind of say, look, I want something.
Yeah, because you ain't get tipped in the office. Tell you that for free.
They give you coffee and snacks. They give you biscuits.
Or they'll say,
this is the.
oh, we're having something special this Friday, and they buy pizza.
And you take 2 slices and then and you're vexed. I came all the way in the fucking. I remember they used to say that at my previous place. They said, "Oh, you're ordering donuts in on a Friday. It's gonna have donuts in." I was like, "The petrol I'm paying to come in is not fucking worth the donuts."
Like, I'll buy the fucking donut myself.
The donuts you're supposed to serve me.
€3,
That's free me, man.
Nah, but yeah, I don't know, man. It's been a funny week, to say the least.
Yeah, but you actually got to travel. Did it feel better mentally actually getting a holiday?
Yeah, it was cool. Like,
Yeah.
But to be fair, like, it was because it was so chill. Like in the morning, wake up, bank gym, hit the pool. Like it was just very.
Okay.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Some of those holidays I needed though.
However, though, once again, like sometimes I don't like going on holiday because when I come back, I'm just like, fuck this shit.
Yeah,
Like-
the post holiday blues. This is the first holiday I'm going on. I'm kind of like anxious about it as well because we bring a kid in it, so you're like,
Yeah.
gotta be on your P's and Q's. It's
Even just, has he flown before?
yeah, to England.
Yeah.
But that was like 1 hour.
Yeah.
If it was Luton, so it was like 55 minutes or something. But this one's a bit longer.
Because
So
I remember when my sister was moving to Mani. We had one kid. She was pregnant, and we had like 7 bags.
Jesus,
Bro, it was. First of all, I almost missed the fucking flight because I had to go park the car, get the bus back, check in bags, do all this kind of shit.
Yeah.
Then when we landed again, like obviously I'm not gonna have my pregnant sister fucking pushing like
Yeah.
bags. So there's like I had like the cart. I had like 2 carts of bags
One
pushing, and so I'm pushing one. There's a certain point that you can't come back. Came back. Next minute, armed feds are pulling
Yeah,
up
that happened to me. Happened to me at Gatwick. We forgot our bag because we walked past there. Because Gatwick, for some reason, the belt is like straight when you walk out. I'm like, nah, it's not. Like you literally walk out the plane, you're walking in before you even get to the gate. I was like, nah, it's usually outside when you walk out. And then we realized, oh fuck, it was actually back there. And I walked back, we got it. Next thing you know, armed feds said we'll call the police. They're on their way. But they did that whole thing. You just have to play ball.
Yeah,
you have to play, oh, sorry,
it was quite, it kind of looked crazy because it's like, I'm here, you in this hand, bags here, my sister's there, and these men are just pulling up on me. Like,
yeah,
I just go back.
They had guns.
Like,
No, it was just two guys. I
yeah, no, mine was two guys, but they had the straps.
No, mine didn't have straps.
They had the big straps as well. It was like a little.
I gotta just like
big straps.
I just legged it away from them.
But yeah, I don't know, man. Yeah, it's been alright.
That's
like,
good though. Then they have another holiday to look forward to. No.
Yeah, but that's wedding. It's different.
But I want to do a destination wedding though. Like I should leave the country because it's a mini holiday. Are you just a guest? Or are you a groomsman?
Groomsman.
Oh no, that's not just that's fun then. You're actually kind of working.
Yeah, and then also like now I've got to make sure I got the dollars on me because we spray.
Yeah.
Like we spray.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like it'll definitely be cool.
How much do you bring to spray?
Are we talking about this boy specifically?
No, like rule of thumb. You're going to
I think it depends. It depends who it is.
Okay.
Like if I'm a groomsman, I'm gonna have to pop out, show niggas.
Damn.
But if it's one,
What if you're a close phone?
I might spray you 20.
I'm only here because my
You know the one.
I'm only here because I'm here.
Make that 20 stretch as well.
Oh man. Yeah, because I never know. I was like, obviously I see people spraying. Some people like I think I watch stories of Martin. He sprays. He has like a big thing.
Yeah.
Thing. I was like, is that what? Every time I see him at a wedding, it's always kind of ish the same size. He's spraying. I'm like, is that just his like rule of thumb that this is how much I'm gonna spray?
Maybe, yeah.
Because I was thinking it was like 50 to 100.
But the thing is, yeah, I understand why strip clubs are a thing. Because spraying is fun. It's fun. And the thing is, the spraying one at a time, it doesn't feel as fun as just slapping someone with that shit.
Man, like, dude. Now, do you know what's happening on Twitter? I love this week the Barclays men.
Oh,
they're doing a throwback of all my favorite era of football and players that you completely forgot about. I like when Twitter actually does like a nice community thing because Twitter can be such a toxic place to be. When it does something wholesome like that, I'm like, look at us getting along.
Who's your favorite Barclays man?
Oh, a boy from Chelsea.
Even Chelsea, I don't care.
Oh, it's gonna be Drogba,
Fair.
Gerrard, Henry, Wayne Rooney, and then you have other people from like Bobby Zamora, Clint Dempsey, Tim Cahill just punched the corner flag every match. That's before social media where you could just see every goal, the goal goes in 2 seconds later somebody has a goal online, so you have to wait for match of the day. Sometimes you don't even know who scored because teletext would have like maybe the big scores, but the smaller games wouldn't even have those, so you don't even know the scores, so you're going into match of the day completely like blind and
like,
to see what you're going to see. Yeah, and see every week Gary Cahill is there punching flag. I'm like, but it was a good example of like what I always say, how you make people feel is definitely better than being good, because some people like they're Barclays men because you were a good player for a mid-table club. That's what you were.
Balassi.
But because you were skilled, you did skills, you scored screamers like Morgan Garms Pedersen. I look at him like, yeah, he was good, but he was just playing for Blackburn. Like, but because every time he turned on match of the day on a Saturday, he was doing something mad and people felt like, yo, that's my guy. And his PR is good. I'm looking at people like Nicholas Anelka. Like, he was actually proper good, but we barely talk about him. Like, people barely talk about Anelka. Because, like, Balassi, Zaha, those streets will remember.
What's his name?
Trapped. So people, those streets won't forget.
Santi Cazorla, them man there.
I was like, it's an example of making people feel good is actually sometimes than being good at your craft yourself. So, well, you don't agree?
No. I fully hear what you say, because, like, with me, Martial, I love that guy, but it's just disappointing.
It's like so it's probably players that are better than Martial. But that first goal, Anthony Martial, probably made him feel such a way.
They had to side by side with Henry.
Yeah,
he's the next guy, most expensive teenager.
There you go.
Bro, he scored ice cold. Nigga didn't want to smile.
And it's the same with Mourinho. Mourinho could be shit for 10 years, but the way Mourinho made people feel that first decade of his career, like, I think I'm the special one. I think like, I'm not one of the bottles. I think I'm special one. says, who plays better than Chelsea? Arsenal play better than Chelsea? 10 points behind. It's just, you make people feel like away. So he could be shit at United, you shit at every club, but because there was an era that we all, same with Lil Wayne, they all came in that era where we got into watching things and they made us feel that we were so impressionable. Then they were the guys at the stage were impressionable, so some people just don't forget that feeling that they
Do you have an actor or actress that makes you feel that way? And I feel like a lot of people
Will
be Will Smith.
Man, he used to be the Fresh Prince. He used to be the Mr. Independence Day. Come on, he was so cool. Mr. Bad Boys. He used to be Will. And it just now, I heard his verse. I am the cancer. I am.
What's that? What? I am a cancer, but I identify as a scorpion.
That's why I really shouted at me, because he can troll and actually make you feel like, yo, that was actually cold. But he's trying to reinvent himself and being this like,
fuck that, man.
No, it used to be Will. The Fresh Prince. Every time you saw, like, you would watch a movie without even seeing the trailer, knowing Will Smith's in it.
Facts.
And you're gonna be like, Will Smith's in this one. You say, yeah, put it on, just because you know, yeah, Will Smith's in this.
Yeah, to be honest, it probably would be Will Smith. For woman wise, for me, it's Megan Good.
Did you see that she pays for like Jonathan Major's bills and houses and pays for $75,000 for dog training? I get the tears. Me too, I'll be on stage. Bawling my eyes out.
You know what? I've in recent years I've realized I have to let Megan go, man. Like, you know when you just need to accept that. Sometimes, you know, your relationship, you just need to accept that it's over.
You're
stop trying to hold on to it.
You're not stage now, yeah.
I've been there for like a couple of years now.
But you've been still holding on.
I've been holding on,
go.
but I've got to let it go, man.
But as a man, are you not scared to take charity from a woman?
Yeah, 100%.
I think, maybe it's a hot take, but I think women respect you less if they are carrying the relationship financially for the most part. Like for the majority. Obviously there's stints in a relationship, like you could lose your job and she has to carry it for blah blah. Mm-hmm. But like I know men, it's been like 5 years or 3 years that's financially it's the woman carrying the burden of the relationship throughout 5 years. I just think like, I don't know if she looks at you as because women want to look at their man as like a provider, as a protector. But if she's doing that for a long period of time, I think women, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think the respect reduces to an extent.
You know what it is? I think it's not a problem until you guys have a problem.
And that's why I wouldn't do it, because they'll tell you broke ass nigga.
Yeah, that's why I pay for your bills.
Yeah, you think you're going anywhere, who's going to pay for that petrol?
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Hey, don't drive that car, that's my petrol.
But see, that's what I mean. But that's in their head. They waited for that moment, but it's been there. They don't respect you. They just needed a moment to let you know that they don't respect you in that way. Whereas I don't think it'll be men as much, because men probably enjoy the fact that like, yeah, some men even enjoy it so much that they use it as manipulation tool. That like, I'm the provider in this house, everything is on my name, everything's going to be so.
Yeah, it's the best way to manipulate someone.
Yeah, they use it to the extreme, but I think a lot of men have no issues if they can just provide for the, like, yeah, I look after you. But I think like you're saying, it's not a problem until it's a problem, but because it's in their head, because they know. Just look at this guy.
Yeah, but and you know what it is? I think it just comes down to like, at the end of the day, every woman wants to be pampered.
Yeah.
So it's just kind of like,
I'm not
I
mad
know
at
it's
it.
one of those ones you look over and it's like, must be nice. It's always the must be nice that kills you. It's always the must be nice.
I'm not mad at it, but that's why I look at Jonathan Majors. I'm like, don't you fear God? Let's $75,000 for dog training. Also, Megan, why? I get it, black love support. Like, also, it's a thing that she's maybe at that age now, so she doesn't want to kind of go start over again. So she'd rather just pick, because she's been married before, innit?
Yeah.
And now she's like, she's in her 40s.
Yeah, she's definitely.
So do you think that part of her is thinking like, this kind of has to work, even if I have to do this for it to work, I'm gonna make it work.
I don't think so. I don't think celebrities play by those rules.
You say that, but I've heard Kim Kardashian, because she's been married a lot of times and she's 40. I've been watching the Kardashian and she was like saying like, I mean, she's having this like that competition. I'm 40 now, been married this many times. I don't know if a man's gonna want to be with me. And I was looking, I was like, yeah, but you're Kim Kardashian. You can. What are you thinking this?
Yeah, no. Okay, maybe because I'm like, I understand the feeling, but in reality, it's never been that.
I agree.
Because like, didn't Madonna just pop out like 22-year-old?
Yeah, that's true.
Do you get what I mean? Like,
no, I agree, but I think they still have those human feelings of insecurity that I am older and I've had a couple of marriages. Now I'm in a relationship. I don't want to go start fresh at 40, despite the fact that I am making
I hear that.
The thing
is, I fully hear that. Like,
yeah.
because at the end of the day, being a celebrity doesn't change.
You being a human being.
It doesn't change you being a human being. Like, I do understand that, but I also do feel like that their sphere works very differently. Like, look at the likes of like J-Lo and Ben
Because they live a
Affleck.
different life,
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of them just...
Interchange and
Yeah,
also
do you know what
their
I'm saying?
pool, like Megan Good's pool, is also smaller, that indirectly, because there was the same. Lala was on the Breakfast Club. Lala Anthony, Carmelo's wife.
yeah,
And she was literally saying the same thing. Now that she's older, and she was like, "Who is she? Like, who is she? Who does she even date or talk to?" Because
Yeah, no, I hear it. It gets techie.
it gets techie for them. Because Kim Kardashian, I want to see with like a Tom Brady, like even the Pete Davidson thing. In my head, I was like, that's just for fun. Like it's not gonna be like it's. I can't picture who else I could see her with other than like Tom Brady-esque kind of 40-year-old silver fox looking guy. Other than that, I'm like, who's Kim gonna? She's not gonna get with any rapper now. Like all the rappers are in their 20s. The one rapper that she could have been with, she's been with. They have 4 kids together. It's finished.
Yeah, but also the thing is, like when you're a Kim, but then again, because I'm thinking it's like you're always going to be desirable, Kim
is definitely desirable.
Being desirable and being wanted are two different things.
Yes, and wanting something long and building something with long term. Kim is a desirable, like despite her age, that's a beautiful woman, objectively.
Yeah, niggas are gonna
Niggas, but that's what I'm saying. They'll have like Lala Anthony will have no problem getting niggas to fuck.
100%.
But if the pool of men that she probably wants long term and to build with, especially after being like with an NBA All-Star and what she's used to, very small. Where else is she gonna get a guy? Maybe she doesn't want 200 million, but good living that's gonna be secure within themselves. And that's the other flip side of it.
Your baby daddy is $200 million.
And that's the other flip side of it. They could be with like a finance bro that earns 200K a year, but he might be too insecure about it. He might be too insecure that I'm with Lala Anthony, I'm never gonna be enough, and that also
I'm never gonna be Carmelo.
And that also might not cause the relationship. Like being with Kim Kardashian, like she's been with Kanye, Pete Davidson. I heard he has a big dick. But
where's that where you're going?
It's because niggas are insecure. So
fair enough.
They might be. So I get it.
Because I feel like there's regular niggas that are jealous of regular niggas. Let alone
Carmelo fucking Anthony. This guy's loved around New York. You go everywhere.
Like you come to who's your ex? Michael B. Jordan.
Like how secure? There's most normal guys cannot date Lori Harvey anymore. Like even if she wants you in your head, if you're like a finance bro, 200K a year, and she's like, yo, you're the nigga I want. You have to be super secure to be like Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey, fucking
Future,
Damson, Future,
Memphis.
Yeah, a lot of niggas are not that secure.
Fair,
like, a lot of niggas are not that secure.
I've heard some things. I was just like, that's a regular nigga that you're jealous of. Like that's just a regular bro. I don't even know if he cracks 30K.
See me even ask me a question. That's fine. See me even ask you a question. You have to miss that. See me even ask you questions like, say you're worth, like, she asked me, said, if I was 45, I've never been married. And I meet someone that's also 35, 40, in that range. They've been married 3 or 4 times. And now you're actually like, you know what? Could you still marry them and be their 5th husband and they be your 1st? See what I mean? I didn't even say Carmelo Anthony. But why are you thinking about it before you even answer?
I just want to know, are you the problem?
That's what I said. I said, where's the accountability? Because I started to see me says, even if they all cheated, why are they all cheating? Like, even if you didn't do anything wrong and all these niggas are cheating, I need to know context of like what is actually happening in these relationships.
I need to know why have you been married 5 times?
Yeah.
And why has it not worked?
Yeah.
And what did you do wrong in at least 2 of those situations?
Because Kim has been married, I think, 3 times. But I would say only one I would probably put on her is the Chris Humphries one, the 73 days. Kanye, I can see she tried. Kanye's a lunatic.
Yeah.
And the first one, she was 18. So she got married, you know those high school thing, you think you're all in love, and she got married, she got it annulled. It wasn't a thing. So within context, I'd be like, okay.
I need context, yeah.
Yeah, one. Because if you had one high school, or we left high school, we thought we'd be together forever, we got married.
I can give you that.
2 years, didn't work out. Then you got the second one, he cheated on you and he got someone pregnant while cheating.
I can give you that.
Do you know what I mean? There's a few that are like,
but
it's when we get to 3 or 4, I was like, what's going on?
Because okay, like my thing is also, what made you marry him? Do you get what I'm saying? And then my other thing is, it's our wedding day, but you've been here 5 times. I'm all excited and giddy and shit. And you're here saying, nah, don't worry, it goes like this. My mom's gonna do this, and then this uncle's gonna do this because he did this at wedding number 3, so we don't invite him no more.
And that's the point. So a lot of us are not going to be secure in these things.
Yeah, no.
A lot of us are not going to be secure in these things.
I also feel like flip side, a girl would look at me twice before like, you've been married 5 times.
But someone said they might look at you and was like, "Well, you 45 have never been married. Why is nobody wanted to marry you?"
I literally had this conversation.
Why has no one looked at you to marry?
Conversation the other day. Yeah, we're getting to the age now. Yeah, if you haven't had a serious relationship or not a serious situation, or had a situation, like maybe because there's people that have never been boyfriends or girlfriends out there, and I could understand that. Yeah, but even those people have had situations that were like serious and might have been deep. You might get fucked over.
Yeah.
But it's like you have it. If you're like 27, 28, 29, and you haven't even had a situation that's deep, I will have to start looking like
people go on Love Island and say, "I've never had a boyfriend," and they're like 25, 26. I'm like, wait, not even in high school. Like I get you. Now that we're in our 30s.
Stop saying we.
You're 29.
Yeah, well,
This guy's 30 in 6 months.
Stop saying we.
Okay, now that we're close to our 30s, I'm in my 30s. I'm actually 31 in like 16 days or something. Now that you're close to your 30s, I guess it's different for you, because I was going to ask you, is there factors that you considered now that you wouldn't consider before? Like say if someone comes, when you're 23 and someone perhaps have a kid, you might be like, I don't want to be involved in that. But at 30, 35, and you want to date someone within the same range, it's more realistic. Have you changed your mentality? Because I've had people I worked with, like a Pfizer, and she was in her 30s, and she was dating someone that had a 12-year-old, and she was like, "This is where I am now.
Yeah, but like,
I'm gonna meet
because like, look at it now. Yeah, we're looking around, and niggas are popping babies left, right.
That's what. Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So like, it's not as much of a quick. It's not as quick of a no as it would have been before.
Yeah.
However, it's still. I still got to very much assess the situation, and I've got to really like I'm talking about. I've got to really like because like I've seen there's been too much people, baby mama, baby daddy drama. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm not trying to get involved in all of that. Unless the nigga dead, then we can probably go from there.
Just think, because as a guy, there's a benefit of you being 29, date 24, 25-year-old who's kind of has gone through all of that yet. Whereas I think maybe it's different for women who are 29, they're not going to go down date 25-year-old. So they probably have to be more accepting that if they're dating people in their 30s, someone might come.
Most niggas, not most, but there's a higher chance that niggas will have kids.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, like I hear it. Like, do you get what I'm saying? But it's just,
I get what you're saying. It's
like,
you would consider more than you would have maybe 5 years ago.
Yeah, because you know what it is. It's just 2 extra people in our relationship. Do you get what I mean? Like, I have to, like, if I seriously want you, I have to also be ready to be here for this you. Do you get what I'm saying?
And
like,
deal with the co-parenting side of your relationship with that guy.
Because how I am with the you affects how I am with you. Like, what's called, like, I'll say flat out, what's called, my mom was single mother of 3, dating and shit like that. And flat out, there's been niggas that's just like, yeah.
It's too much.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, I get it.
Yeah.
Like, so I hear it. And then also now there's the youth that I have to deal with. But then there's this whole other man that I don't know what he's like.
Yeah. And I don't know how he feels about you, regardless of you tell me about him.
Yeah, because what if that nigga still in love with you? Yeah. And he's trying to use this kid at every opportunity to try and get back in there. And now I can't just outright fight the nigga, because that's also your kids. Like, what does it look like me beating up your kid's dad in front of your kid? Or even worse, he beats me up.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
no, I definitely hear it.
It just throws so much more into the relationship and the situation that I would rather not deal with. Yeah. And also, you know what? It'd also be nice that my first kid is also your first kid.
Yeah.
I
know someone who has kids, and he says that it is a hindrance trying to date, especially when he's trying to get girls who are younger, who haven't gone through this and they don't need to. They're like, they'll be like, no, you have kids. I don't want to kind of involve myself into this world yet. So I'm like, yeah, it's still something. So you gotta charge it, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, like you said, like the older we get, if you're heavy on that, your pool is just going smaller and smaller
Yeah.
because niggas are popping babies every day.
Yeah, if you're in your 30s and you want to date people within your, because some niggas be shameless. You might be 33 and get with a 22-year-old. Like some people would, like, let's be real. Some guys will be like, will be about that. But if you're 35 and you say, you know what, I want to be someone intellectually in mind space and everything within the same sphere. A part of it might be like you have to be like, yo, this also might come with it. You might even get with someone at that stage they've been divorced. Never mind. Like some people have gotten married at deeper. Some people get married at 25, 26. They get to 32, 31. It didn't work out. When I was in Bali, I met being a you ran into two girls from Australia. We're just chatting to them, and one of them was 28 with 2 kids divorced.
Yeah, but it's just,
And that's just her life because she got married really young. She got married when they left school and they got pregnant with their first one, and they're like, oh, let's get married. And she said, how long was she married? She was married for 8 years. And she was only 28. So she's lived a whole, like, marriage, kids, and everything. And she hasn't even reached 30 yet. And now she's reaching 30. If you want to date her, that's also part of, like, her life, so.
yeah, and also the other part about it is, I'm going to be, like, I feel like I'd hyper watch what your relationship is like with your baby daddy in terms of, like, how do you speak about, how do you speak about him?
Yeah.
He might be a piece of shit. I'm not saying he's not. But
How do you at the end of the day, that's still your...
do you get what I'm saying? Like, because now, if we break up or something happens with us, is that how you're going to start chatting about me?
Yeah. I think a lot of people are mindful of how they still... Especially because their kids will see you. So they're still mindful. I think Kim, for example, she never wants to... She said that she never wants to badmouth or say anything bad about Kanye. And I don't think she actually ever has.
No, sure.
She's... Because one day, her kids will still see that and see how you talk. And that's an element of the relationship, my personal relationship, that I also see a change of, like... He's going to see how I talk to his mother. And I also have to be emotionally aware and emotionally intelligent in the way I phrase and say things. Because to me, that was my friend turned girlfriend, turned fiance, turned wife. There's years together. Our relationship is one way. To him, that's his whole mom. That's his mother. So I've lived, obviously my parents are together 30 years and I've been there. And rarely has my dad ever said anything. But the times that he has, even me, I felt it. Like, why is he talking to her like that? Like, but even me, I'm like, why is this nigga chatting to my mom like that? And you feel it within you. So I'm also like, yeah, you have to be mindful because you might look at her. Loons was saying on the podcast, so yeah, you're looking at her as your baby mom, but your kids are looking at her as mom. Yeah. Like, this is my mother that you're speaking to or speaking about. You're just thinking of like, oh, it's a woman that I had a kid with. Now we have to be co-parent. So
yeah,
that's
and
something
also,
I think about.
It's just like, if your relationship with your baby daddy is toxic or whatever, what if I don't like the person you become when you're around him? Do you get what I mean? And it's just like, and you got to be around him.
Co-parenting, yeah.
Yeah. So it's just too much. Like, do you get what I mean? Oscar, are you a mommy's boy?
I lean more. It's so weird because I am a mommy's boy, but when it comes to like the person's approval and validation, I actually prefer it's my dad's.
Yeah, but that's normal. Like,
no. But like I grew up with my mom. Like I was always with my mom.
Because like I feel like it's the same. Like, moms and daughters will always have a special relationship that your son will never have with your wife or whatever, and you're gonna have a special relationship with your son that Simi's never gonna have with him. Do you get what I'm saying? Anyways, I asked that because when you see your mom or when your mom comes around, it's probably different because you see her regular enough. Do you turn back into mommy's boy? No.
I maybe not anymore. Because it's so weird. Because the way she talks to me now is she talks to me as her son that's grown up, not her son that's a kid. Her approach, because her approach to me has changed. So my approach with her has also like molded around that. Because if some people are like in their 30s or 30, and their mom still treats them like their kid or babies them, and so they also go into the childlike mode as well. Whereas with my relationship with my mom now, she sees like, oh, that's just a grown up that I gave birth to. Not as much my child anymore. So it changed that. When I was still living at home and I was still there 3 years ago, it was cool to say still as mommy's boy, I'm still getting treatment. But since I moved out and I became like a husband and a father, now I'm just a grown up that she gave birth to rather than.
Do you feel like she gave that space because of your wife?
Yeah, 100%. She kind of respects the boundaries of my wife and she's like understands like he is his own person now. And also I think they're aware that I have to play nice because he's going to take his wife's side more often or not.
Yeah.
Do you know? Like, so because in their back of the mind, they're like, you have to be. And I like, Simi learns this as well because she has a son now. So she's obviously thinking about the long term. When he brings girl home, it's like, oh yeah, I have to play nice and I have to be on side because at the end of the day, he's gonna go home he's gonna protect his family. So you could feel the dynamics changing and everybody adjusting and adapting to their new roles, which is fun. But I'm no longer a mommy's boy. But like every time I'm there, I'm leaving there with something. But that's just I'm leaving there. I'm leaving there.
Even if it's a pack of Maggie,
what
I'm
about
leaving
you? Are
with
you a
something.
mommy's boy?
I am, but my family isn't. My family isn't like traditional in terms of like. Up until this year, if I hug my mom, she's like, "What the fuck you didn't get off me?" You know what I mean?
And what does that make it harder for you, even in romantic relationships, to be emotionally expressive?
How so? What do you mean?
Like, do you know how if your mom is like, you're holding your mom and she's like, "What are you doing? Get off me." Do you find it like easy then to show that love towards a girl, or do you find it like, or when girls show you love, are you kind of like resistant to it, or how do you deal with that?
No, bro. I'm a teddy bear, bro. I'm a cuddler, man. I'm a cuddler.
Fair.
But no, I asked because I was with one of my boys the other day, yeah, and I saw him with his mom, and he turned into a baby. He absolutely.
Maybe because they're long distance. I see my mom at least once or twice a week.
But that's why. Because I'm just kind of like, it's probably because like it's a long distance thing. I'm not getting into all of that. But
Yeah.
Like it's a bit of a long distance thing. So I'm just kind of like, I get it.
Yeah.
But it's weird to see a grown ass man turn into a baby again.
Yeah, no, I get it, because like there is definitely people even, and it causes friction within relationships that your mom still treats you this way, or your mom still does this for you. Your mom, I think Fred from 90s Babies said that was one of Jasmine's fear when they're getting married or moving in. It's like your mom does too much for you. You're too much like of a mommy's boy. But him and his brothers were raised by their mom, so they have such an attachment and such an affinity. And to him, it's kind of like, don't say that about my mom. So he still wants to like, don't say that about my mom.
Because at the end of the day, that's still your mom.
Yeah, well, to her it's like a mother-in-law, but that's just a woman I know because I'm married to you. And without this relationship,
That's stranger.
It doesn't mean anything else. I was gonna ask, do you think I saw this? Do you think women are more emotionally intelligent or just more emotionally expressive? Do you think they mistake the fact that because they show emotion that they're emotionally
Yeah,
intelligent?
100%.
Yeah,
100%.
right. Yeah.
But I feel that way because I feel like women are allowed the luxury to feel every emotion to its fullest.
Yeah.
Like if you're sad, you can cry as much as you want. You
Buy
can bawl
ice
your eyes out.
cream.
You get what I'm saying? If you're angry, you can actually almost do whatever you want, even damn near down to violence. Do you get what I'm saying? If you're dealing with a man, throw stuff at him, push him, punch him, do all of that.
Slash the tires in his car.
Tires. Do you get what I'm
and
saying?
so,
Like,
she's just a crazy bitch.
do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Whereas
If we do that, we're a cycle. Yeah.
with a man, you don't get those. You don't get that luxury. So I feel like a lot of the times, a lot of us are more. That's what I'm looking for.
Yeah, suppressive.
Yeah,
of
suppressive
of our emotions.
like, because if our emotions go too happy, you're too sassy. If they go too violent, you're gonna die or in jail. Like one of those things. If you cry too much, you're a bitch. So it's kind of like. So, and I think that's why with women, yeah, it almost feels like if you're upset, something has to happen.
Yeah.
Like if you can't, like there's very few times where I see a woman is upset and it's like, look, I'll just charge it. If I'm upset, something's got to happen. Someone's got to say sorry. Even if you're not wrong, someone's got to say sorry.
Someone's gonna apologize to make my emotions feel better.
Do you know what I'm saying? But I also feel like it's just, I always take it back to terms of like teaching a kid how to ride a bike. You're teaching a girl how to ride a bike, she falls off the bike. You're probably stopping her buying her ice cream. Boy falls off the bike. Boys don't cry. Get on, try again, kind of a situation.
Yeah.
But like they were hurt. They're allowed to cry, let it all out, do all of that. So I think, and for the most part,
So then they get older and they think the fact that they're able to express their emotions because maybe their dad has allowed them to makes them emotionally as intelligent. Because sometimes you're just expressing what you feel, but you're not really understanding why you feel that way or going away about it.
and also.
I love speaking for women on this podcast. I love it so much.
Yeah, I know you do. But also, I think the main important thing is just because you feel a way doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah.
And I think that's where from what I've seen in life, a lot of times, a lot of women fall down. Like, if you're upset, it doesn't mean you're right.
Yeah.
You can be upset and wrong.
Yeah.
And that's why I still, to this day, and I'll keep asking, what is wrong with I'm sorry you feel that way?
Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
Yeah, because I didn't do anything wrong. However, you're upset, and I'm sorry that you're upset.
Yeah,
I genuinely, I don't want to see you upset.
Yeah.
However,
It's like niggas that got caught cheating and now they're sad because they got caught and they lost their babes. You can feel sad. You can feel that way. But you are wrong. You are wrong. You feel that way and I'm sorry that you lost a girl. But you were wrong. You cheated.
Like, also, how can you be emotionally intelligent if you get angry at me because you miss me? No, genuine question.
No. Because you're a child.
Bro, you're throwing the whole tantrum because you want my attention.
But now because that narrative, we've just let it slide. Oh, women are emotionally intelligent. And I start back in the deep there. Oh, they're just emotionally expressive. And then we just mistake that for intelligence.
I think because we have a lack of expression.
Yeah. So look, we'll sit on our emotions and we'll suppress it. And the fact that we're not expressing it, then you're not intelligent enough to express it. Where it's like, I just wasn't taught to.
Can I ask you a question? How does one express emotion?
It depends on the emotion.
Give me literally pick any emotion.
Everybody, see, okay. If you ask me,
yeah, I'm asking you.
Like, how would I express an emotion?
Give me any emotion. I don't give a fuck what the emotion is. How do you express an emotion?
That time on Twitter, that thing was happening. When I think I called you that day.
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, that was me expressing my frustration. It wasn't like I needed to do anything or beef anybody. I just needed to, I was so frustrated that I couldn't keep it out. I had to say something.
Did you scream it? Did you scream out in your car? Ah!
I wanted to pull up the window and say, fuck. What's the car? But that's the way I express frustration. Or earlier, last year when Feeks was born, and I felt a lot of pressure and a lot of anxiety. I just sat down and I talked about it with Simi, and then that's why she texted you because I expressed how I felt. I'm like, this is a lot for me right now, and I can't deal with it. So for me, anyways, once I kind of talk out what I'm feeling, then I understand why I'm feeling this way. I feel like I've shown you that, look, I'm anxious, and this is why I'm anxious, and I feel like I've expressed my emotion and frustration and anxiety. Happiness, just go on Twitter and type in the name. Drugba. But I don't know. I think some people let it out verbally, and some people, maybe they need to scream in their car. Some people need to cry, happiness or sadness. That's an expression of they're only crying because they're expressing what they're feeling. Some people get so angry that they cry. That's the emotion.
That's me when I was younger.
Yeah, that's the emotion expressing itself.
But okay, how do you express anger?
How do you express? It depends. Do you say you used to cry when you're so angry that you would cry?
Yeah, it's happened before.
Some people, they'll punch a wall.
I've done that. It does nothing.
Yeah, to you.
It really does nothing.
To you, baby.
No, oh my God. The first time I punched the wall, I actually just said to myself, Deji, why are you being so dramatic? I was like...
Say, little bitch.
I was just like, this is do you think you're on a TV show or something? Why are you being so dramatic? Because I was like, you really didn't need to punch that wall.
And some people with social media, they'll do black screen, write everything they're doing, and put it out to the world. Because that means that emotion has left me and I put it on you. It's like some people, say for example, guilt. Someone will cheat and they'll tell you, not because they want to, but they just don't want to hold on to that burden anymore. They want to express it, and that's the emotion gone. They're like, I don't feel the guilt anymore. So there's different ways. Some people might go to social media and vent. They might do their live and say what they hate everybody. You see black screen and saying people in this country are rats. You're just seeing what's going on. But that's someone expressing how they feel about the situation. There's different ways to express it. I don't think there's one set way to express all your emotions.
Yeah, no, I get that.
Or you could be happy, and that day be like, I'm so happy, I'm in such a good mood, I'm gonna go out and take my wife out and spend time with my family. That's the expression of my happiness. Is I'm at my best, let me be around the people I love.
That's interesting because I've actually never thought how do I express emotion.
That's why you need to be emotionally intelligent. That's why you need to be emotionally intelligent.
Do you think you're emotionally intelligent?
Better now than I was 4 years ago, yeah.
Is that for yourself or seeing it in others? Because I feel like I can, when it comes to emotional intelligence in others, I can see, but in myself, I'm not good at seeing it.
It's good.
So that's why I'm kind of because if you can see it in others, that's cool. But are you emotionally intelligent if you see it in others but not yourself?
Yeah, because I guess self-awareness is different than awareness of other things. Because you can be aware that you could be aware objectively that guy is an asshole, and it might be true. You might make it true that could be true, but your own self-awareness, you could be completely false.
I'm not an asshole, but I'm actually an asshole.
Yeah, you think you might have a perception of yourself that I'm actually a nice guy, but you're actually a dick. But you can also say my manager's an asshole, and he actually might be an asshole. So I don't think self-awareness is a thing. That's what it's called, self-awareness, and then
no, okay, but okay, right.
I think
if I speak to you now, and through a series of questions and speaking to you or whatever, I can gauge where you're at.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? I can, you know what? Maybe he's a bit anxious. Maybe he's a bit depressed.
Yeah,
maybe he's this.
yeah,
Maybe he's
yeah.
that. Maybe he's whatever. But then when it comes to myself, it's just nothing. Like, it's just like, I couldn't tell you if I was mad or angry right now. Do you get what I'm saying? I just kind of, I'm here.
Oh, so sometimes you're not aware of what you're feeling.
I can't recognize what I'm feeling.
Oh,
half
no,
the
I
time.
can.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I can.
But that's what I'm saying. So for you can recognize that, oh, I'm upset.
I was anxious this time, or this is making me anxious, or I'll feel a way like my chest is closing up like a panic attack, and I'm like, why the fuck am I feeling this way? So, okay, what's happening in life? I'll recognize the patterns. Oh, okay, that's why I feel that way. Or when that thing was happening on Twitter, it's like, I'm feeling so annoyed. Why is this happening? Then I know what a certain person said that triggered me to feel that way. Then I'm like, no, I'm aware that like if I'm feeling a way that's off, more times or not, I know why.
Fair enough.
More times.
But
Well, you might not know why.
it's not that I don't know why. It's more I don't feel that I'm off.
Oh, fair. That must be nice. Must be nice.
You say-
Man switched off his feelings.
The thing
Fairs,
is,
man.
you say it must be nice, but it's also one of them situations where it's kind of like it's a weird thing someone telling you that you're depressed.
Yeah, but isn't it? Yeah, I think you obviously because you didn't have your second phone. I think Dave was saying that to you. I think on the last episode he was listening to where you said that like I said like I express my emotions where you feel like you kind of just exist or sometimes I don't know what you said exactly. And you said yeah sometimes it's a trauma response that you're just coasting through your feelings.
See, this is the thing, yeah.
Talk to me.
Why is it always trauma?
Because you are the way you are for a reason.
No, I get that.
Yeah, but sometimes you haven't put the pulse on the reason. It might not be. To be fair, you're right. It might not be trauma.
Mine probably is.
No. To be fair, you might be just because you are that way isn't led to trauma. But I think he linked it to trauma because you detach. Yeah, you detach from emotions.
Yeah,
And
I know I do that.
Yeah, that's what he was saying. Because to just detach from your emotions, like, okay, but why do you do that? Something must have happened. Because I remember talking to you before when we were doing True at the Back, and you said something. You said, "Oh yeah, all my memories before 8, I kind of don't remember them."
Yeah,
it was before
yeah,
a certain age.
Yeah, I think Loki might even be like, yeah, it's about like 8, 9.
Yeah, I remember you said something like that, and I was like, that doesn't like my first memory is like 4. So something in the back of your mind just suppressed those memories.
But you know what it is? Some things I think I remember, but I'm not sure if it's a memory or if it's just something I made up.
Yeah, I remember we talked about this, like you and your sister going to the bus stop or walking to.
No, that happened.
Oh, okay.
I have confirmation from other people that happened because we got lost.
Yeah, okay.
We missed the bus. We got lost.
Yeah.
And somehow my sister got us home, but I don't remember how. But like, there's some things that are told to me about me that is kind of like the only recollection I have is the story that was told to me,
Okay.
as opposed to
Being there yourself
being
and
there
witnessing it.
physically. Do you get what I'm saying? Or like remembering that this happened here, this happened whatever. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And there's some things that I remember, but it's like I can't explain it. It's like you remember faint parts of it that sometimes you almost question yourself, like, is it real? But then also I think partially, you know, in the way people people have different levels of visualizations in their mind. Like some people can't see anything in their brain. Some people can see a perfect picture.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm somewhere in the middle.
In the middle.
Like I don't have 20/20 vision in my head. It's a bit blurry sometimes. Like even when I'm thinking about roads and shit like that, like, have you seen like one of those montages where they like go through all the roads?
Yeah.
That's kind of how I go through roads.
Okay.
But it's like I don't see. I almost like feel that, okay, I know that this is straight. Then I go here. Then I go here.
Yeah.
So I think sometimes when remembering, because I can't picture the whole scene of where I was and shit like that, it almost feels like, were you really there?
Okay. Yeah, and I think that's the thing, like, with that, because I remember you said that ages ago, there's certain memories before, like, 8 or 9 you couldn't remember, and I thought that was odd at the time. And then I think with the fact that you can say, sometimes I just, it's not that I'm nonchalant, yeah, that's what it was. It's like you said, it's not that I'm nonchalant at times, it's just, I just detach from whatever the feelings I'm supposed to feel. And that's what Deji says, yeah, sometimes detachment from your feelings could be a trauma response.
Yeah, what's called? So someone said to me the other day that I'd make a fantastic therapy patient.
Remember you said you start talking about movies.
Yeah. But however, I just think I just didn't get the right therapist.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, I just.
Yeah, you'd be like Tony Soprano. Tony Soprano's there's arguing with the person. There's nothing wrong with me, man.
But you know what it is, yeah? Sometimes I think about it, right? And I'm just kind of like, I know everybody tries to make hardships and all of this, and everyone thinks their life's super hard. I don't think, like, maybe for the average person, my life might have been a bit more difficult. But I don't really think it was that tough. Like,
Okay.
But then again, am I saying that just because it was me? Because like sometimes I'm saying things out loud and people will be looking at me like I'm a fucking psychopath.
Yeah.
And I'm like, but that's just normal.
But like not objectively, but societal standards, and this might not be the true case for you. They do say growing up in a one-parent household with multiple kids is just it's a. You see that video of like you're doing a race and people take a step forward, take a step. You are at a disadvantage, and because it's your norm, so you don't see it that way. You're like, this was just life. I don't know why everybody's making a big deal, but even society will tell you the conditions. Like there's single mother household. She's working multiple jobs. She couldn't even help you go parent teacher meeting, go to school. There's no dad at home, no father figure. They might tell you in society you are at a disadvantage, even though you don't think is at this, which is good because you don't play victim. Which is actually a positive thing.
Yeah, no, like,
which is
because
good.
you know what it is? Playing victim at a certain point is just like,
yeah, what's the point?
Like, you get what I'm saying? Like,
this is the cards I'm dealt.
You're the year.
Yeah.
You might as well, like.
Yeah, no. That's, a lot of people probably should do that, but some people lean into the victimhood. And then there's some people it's like, yeah, I was dealt a shit hand, fuck my dad. But he wasn't here. Yeah. My mom had to do everything. And for the other side is, I get it too. I get it also, because being a dad now, I definitely judge men more harshly that don't act. I'm not saying be with a woman that don't actively partake in their kid's life, because I see it and I'm looking at him and I'm like, he's so clingy to me this week, and I'm like, why would you not want this? And why would you walk away from a baby or a kid that didn't ask for this and want it? So I judge them more harshly because I'm living it, but I kind of go that you don't play victim. You just say, yeah, this is the cards I'm dealt.
But you know what it is, yeah? It's just because, like, growing up, I was aware of it, but it was never a thing to me. Like,
what was your friends like? Did everybody else around you also have one parent? Everybody else too.
My closest friends have parents are still married to this day.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like
Bambi, Simi,
Simi, Toby, Moya, all of their parents are still together. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So like, for me, it's just. The thing that I found more weird is that you have two people to ask if you want to do something. You can go ask your mom or you could go ask your dad. Do you get what I'm saying? One can say yes, one can say no. Do you get what I'm saying? Like, or having that male presence in the house was more weird to me than anything else. But it wasn't something that like I sat there and like deeped, if that makes any sense.
Yeah.
The only time where I feel like it might have hit me would be like maybe like but things I don't like. I was gonna say like school plays and shit, like when my mom didn't show up because obviously she was working and shit like that. But even those, maybe I don't know if it's me repressing or I just didn't care that much. Do you get what I'm saying? Like it was never what
I like
was
to
me.
ask GB what his experience was compared to you.
His experience to my experience. After I spoke to him a while later, and I didn't realize how different his life was from mine.
Yeah,
like
because kids, you could live in the same house, live the same level, completely experience life differently. Like,
because like even most of his school years, my mom moved to Nigeria.
Okay.
So he was kind of like growing up with my sister. So it was kind of very different for him. Do you get what I'm saying? Whereas all of my formative years, I was with my mom. Do you get what I mean? So like it's very different for him. But like so like with those situations, I never deeped it or like I never felt like. I never felt like I was missing out. But I don't know if that's out of I've detached so early and so quickly that I probably just didn't think about it. But I've never felt like, oh my God, I have this match that I'm going to. I really wish my mom was here.
Yeah.
Or I had this and I really wish my mom was here. And I don't know if that's out of I genuinely just didn't see it like that and didn't care because it was my norm. Or it's that maybe I was fucking devastated inside and
you just
I just repressed it.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never know. Yeah, because like even on this whole dad's not being around, because Cam Newton and Nick Cannon, they had like, Dr. Bryant on their pod, and she's like a relationship therapist, and she was kind of like Cam wants more kids. He already has 8 with 3 different moms, and he wants more, but because he's providing for them, like he's rich. He used to be an NFL quarterback, so money day. so and he's goes like, yeah, I provide for them. I look after my kids, blah blah blah. And she's like saying, that's good. You're a high functioning man. Like you made it to the NFL MVP quarterback. You're a high functioning individual. You have 8 kids. You look after them. You do that. But at the end of the day, it's still broken homes. This kid will still be impacted in some way because, to your point, maybe you might not have needed the, oh, I wish my dad was there. But there's a kid that's gonna be like, my dad never showed up for me, my dad blah 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 blah. But like, and that's why I want to talk to GB to hear about his experience, to see like, oh, how did you view it? Did you view it the same way as Deji did? Because some kids might, like for me, when it came to extracurricular activities, I talked about it. It didn't really bother me that my dad didn't come, because then for some reason I just knew it wasn't like, it's just about education. So when I'm playing a final, I'm just gonna go play the final for myself. So it didn't really irk me that my parents aren't there at a big game. But if I'd won an award in school and he didn't show up, I'm like, my nigga, this is all you ever talk about. It would devastate me. I was like, I was like, I finally did something good in the thing that you push through the most. So to the point I was making about the Cam Newton things, like, even though we don't see the impact of it, we think that like, oh, we're providing, or your mom is providing, or we still have enough. There's still certain things that people might be lacking, whether you've suppressed it. And the thing is, you might not have. This could just be your makeup. Your makeup could be, I grew up, there's no dad in my house, and I was okay. Yeah. And everybody's and that just might be how you make. But there's some people that it devastates them. And I know I have a friend, he's in one of our group chats. It's like, as he got older and he realized my dad wasn't around, and it affects him more now.
Tell that nigga man, bro.
So it depends. So yeah, sometimes maybe you just don't play victim and you accept your situation.
If you have, let's say, live show, yeah, Simi doesn't come, are you upset?
Yeah, because like, I'm upset, but like, it depends on the reason. If you just say I don't want to come, like, that's the reason. She's like, no,
forget Feeks, whatever.
Yeah,
she can come, but she doesn't. Are you upset?
Yeah, I'm definitely
Why?
More upset.
Because I think that's where I differ. Like, I understand wanting her there.
Yeah.
But I think because like, I've never had anybody show up for me.
There you go. No, maybe. No, we're joking, but that might be it.
But like, might be it. Like legit, like what's called? Mom, like Toby. I always say Toby's mom is like my second mom.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Because like, parent teacher meetings, she's already there. Yeah. We're in the same class, so she show up for me as well. Do you get what I'm saying? But like, school plays, when we're doing that, mom was, I don't give a fuck that you're not here. But matter of fact, good that you're not here, so you don't see me embarrassing myself.
You're right. But that might be it, because now I've had people show up for me. I know how much it means. So once it happens for like a couple of times, and someone shows up for you, say if once it happens a couple of times, if someone shows up for you and they show up like consistently, the one time they just don't want to show up, people like,
yeah, but like,
why not?
I've had people show up for me, yeah, and it's just like, I think that is also why I find it weird, like, inviting certain people places.
I agree.
Like, even with my graduation, it's just very, like,
No, I mean, my graduation, everybody pulled up. Kambai's, Chan, everybody pulled up. So.
Yeah, no, for me, it was my mom, my sister, my brother, my bestie at the time, and my girl at the time.
Yeah, you actually would make a good psychologist patient. It'd be nice, because maybe you are detached, and sometimes maybe like people project and we think like in Dave's case, like it could be a trauma response or whatever. Or sometimes nature versus nurture. Maybe it's just nature. Maybe you're genuinely just like this.
Yeah, but
maybe that's just what it is.
The reason why I question shit like this is because as humans, we're pretty much sheep. Like, if we're keeping a book, we're sheep.
We follow the trend.
And most people are very much the same. There's like, I feel like there's like 10 different kinds of people in this world. Everyone is just a different variation of one of the 10. Yeah. And it's just kind of like, no one is that special. Mm-hmm. No one is that special that you're the one outcome. Mm-hmm. You're the one outlier. Mm-hmm. Like, in certain things, like, obviously,
of course,
talent
outliers
like
exist in life. But Steve Jobs outlier.
So it's kind of like, if there's like, let's say, 1 billion kids that came from single parent households, and 900 million of them are all trauma response and this.
There's still 100 million.
Why is it me that all of a sudden is,
and that could
you're just like that?
And I think it's
so that's what makes me question it.
Yeah, because outliers exist, but we talk about the norm, the skew where the data skews. So people try to put you what they view as norm, and then it's like psychologically, a person that's just be able to detach from their emotion most of the time and probably doesn't have memory, can't really remember memories up until the age of 9. Psychology will tell you it's because you've suppressed a lot of things, or you suppress your emotion, and that's what. But today I'm seeing, I'm like, maybe what if we're just projecting, or what do we believe is the norm, and you actually could be the outlier of like, oh, maybe I'm just built this way, or maybe I don't need as much emotional validation from my parents as the normal person.
Yeah, but
maybe
it's just because it's like, I also like, anytime I have a woe is me moment and it's like, oh my God, my life is... I actually look at my life and I was like, bro, you grew up in the suburbs. like, let's be fucking serious. How hard could your life... Niggas, there's people that out of their whole class, like 10 people have died. But I wanna cry about, oh, this nigga didn't show up to a match. Like,
but if that means so, like, people should do that. If it meant something to you, then it means something to you.
Yeah, no, I hear that.
That's what it is.
But it's just sometimes, and this sounds really bad of me, yeah. But sometimes when people speak about the traumatic things that's happened, yeah, I look at them like, was that really traumatic? Like, was it really that? Like,
yeah, I remember before,
one good charge it will get you out of
I
all of
remember
this shit.
before we were talking about people, something happened and they had to come back, and you were like, they could have got you that offer.
You know what I mean?
Right. Well, no, honestly, Deji, if you start a psychology thing, just record it. Record it and we talk about the pod.
Record my therapy session.
And we talk about the pod. We unpack. That's the only reason I'll keep the podcast going. If Deji goes to therapy and we start breaking it down, because ultimately...
That's going to be Patreon only. So niggas got to pay for that.
No. Because in reality is, we could believe what the norm is, but outliers exist. And it could just be like, maybe because I might need more emotional investment or support from the people around me, like my wife and whatever. Like, you're asking me if she didn't show up because she didn't want to. Like, for my birthday, she's not here, but she's going to Janet Jackson.
Are you feeling the way about that?
Nah, not really. Not at all. Not even a little bit.
Wait. No.
Not even a little bit.
Let's context.
Yeah.
Simi loves Janet.
Yeah. And I've known Simi long enough to know I would feel guilty depriving.
Yeah, okay.
Especially
now,
my 31st birthday. 31, who cares?
Okay, now let me remove it. It's not Janet.
Okay.
Let's say it's like Ashake.
Nah, I can't go Ashake for my birthday, man. It's like Michael, Usher, Janet. You can go. And Michael's dead. If he came back, I'm like, what is that? Yeah.
Oh, okay. Justin Timberlake. See, he's in there.
No, because he's Mundele, she doesn't really rate him like that. No, I'm not joking. I didn't want to say it. He goes really, and also because of the Janet thing, he let Janet take all the blame.
Yeah.
We're wrapping up now, bro. Yeah, no problem. Because he let Janet take all the blame for that, so she doesn't fuck up like that.
Yeah.
So.
All right.
No, that one. Also, it's like 31. Who really cares about it? 30, 40, whatever. But 31. I'm going out for food like more as a curse, man. And Peaks is gonna be with his parents.
I think that's another one of my problems. Like, let's say if I was in a relationship, and it's like, oh, babes, the girls are going on a holiday, but your birthday's here. Run that, man. Why? Run that, bro.
Yeah,
go with your girls, man.
I think with men, we know we don't have to celebrate my birthday on my birthday. If you still really want to celebrate my birthday,
don't even celebrate at all, I'm fine.
Yeah, and like if you, but we can celebrate the weekend after. But yeah, come be flexible.
Even if we say we're not celebrating, we'll just skip my birthday. So I'm fine with that. Like,
but she won't do that. Women.
Yeah, no, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, do you even love me then?
You have to tell them I don't want to celebrate, and they have to say, "No, babe, we have to do something."
No, it's fine.
Yeah,
don't
that's
give me anything.
Okay.
And then she doesn't get you anything. You're like, right, so you really didn't get me anything. And you know the worst, especially if her love language is gifts as well.
Yeah,
and she doesn't get you anything. That is her declaring that she doesn't love you anymore. Yeah.
But is that your love language? Don't they have to do it according to your love language? They have to love you according to your love language.
Yes, but it's not my love language. But
I'm not saying
isn't that just? Yeah, I know you're supposed to show love in the way of the person's love language.
Yeah.
But don't you naturally just show love in your own love language?
That's a good point, because that's what comes naturally to you.
Exactly. So if you are naturally a person that loves buying gifts and shit like that, and then all of a sudden you stop buying me gifts.
Yeah.
Even if I don't care about the gifts, I'm gonna look at it and be like,
it's not how you show love or being shown love. So
like my love language is like I'm a show up. I'm gonna be there. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, act of service kind of thing.
So now I just don't show up anymore.
Yeah.
You call me, Deji, it's an emergency, I need you. I say, yeah. Beep, beep, beep.
Yeah. No, I hear that. But yeah, we'll be back next week, I think. I hope.
No, we'll be back next week.
Yeah. But you guys, if you've made it to the end of the podcast today and you didn't like anything we said, well, you can charge.
Not a banger.
Bang, bang. Thank you for listening.